And let's get started. This is the second league of the day. I'm going to play with my friend Michael Kidd. Been a friend of mine for a very long time. He grinds SCG events with me. He's local Jund aficionado. Has a fair number of results. He was on the leaderboard, but I think just barely missed out on a bye this season. So very good Magic player. Didn't have the best season, but still a very accomplished player. And I've teamed with him multiple times, and I definitely trust him in my modern seat. In general, known for Grixis, Shadow, and Jund. So we played Jund. You can find that league somewhere in the modern playlist. Should be titled with the same date as today, and this is the second league of the day. You can go check that out on YouTube if you missed any of that. And yeah, we're gonna play Shadow, which is his second deck here for through a league. This is the GP Portland list. This is not a list Michael sent me, and so it has things like the 2 Faithless Lootings, which I don't think is something Michael's done very often, and it probably has a few other decisions which he can talk about once we delve into this deck list. But yeah, that should give a little background for what we have going into this. And we have a few questions in chat already about Grixis Shadow because we were pulling it up for a little bit before this video actually got started. So we're gonna field those once we get done talking about the deck list a little bit and Michael's take on it. So, all right, well, more background. Grixis Shadow, it kind of popped up as the best deck in the form of Jund Shadow coming from the Shadow Zoo deck, right? So it had the Shadow Zoo deck that had Become Immense and what's it called? Temur Battle Rage. It was kind of like a combo deck. It was like a combo aggro deck that played all kinds of janky stuff. And it had been a fringe deck for years. People always tried to make Shadow work, and it was always a little clunky and a little bad. And then the Delve spells really made Shadow turn up the heat. And Temur Battle Rage was a big include in that deck. But as time went on, it kind of became this fairish, this Jund style deck after the banning of Gitaxian Probe. Ironically, after the banning of Gitaxian Probe, Shadow got even better. And then that kind of developed into this Grixis Shadow deck, which was better in the mirror because you got good blue cards, you got cantrips, you got stuff like that. And then it was a terror in Modern for a certain period of time, and then it kind of fell off. So I don't really know. This deck has always been kind of an unknown for me because I just never know how good it is at any point in time. Michael multiple times has been very comfortable with it and figured it's the best deck in the format, but he's also come off it before too. So why don't you tell me what's going on with Shadow? Is Shadow back? What's going on?
So I don't actually really know myself sometimes. I mean, I put it down probably when Hollow One started becoming very popular. Not because Hollow One's good against Shadow, but I looked at Hollow One and I was like, oh, this deck looks good and it looks like something I could play. So I started playing a little bit more Hollow One, and Bloodbraid Elf got unbanned, and I wanted to go back to Jund. And then the times I have tried to play Shadow again, I haven't felt great about the humans matchup. I never really felt great about it before. I understand that Ben Friedman and some other people have put in a ton of work with this deck, and they've tuned the sideboard a lot to beat some of these creature decks that used to be a bit of a problem for you. I mean, you see these Angers, these Lavamancers. So those matchups, times I played them with Shadow, haven't felt as bad as they used to be.
Okay.
I don't know. It might just be the format's a little, it used to be the format when Shadow was very condensed on Shadow and just a couple of decks, and now maybe it's, maybe that's part of the reason it's not as good. Maybe it hasn't picked up the tools that other decks have. It's tough to really say.
It's fair. So it obviously is at least good enough, right? This is list 1 GP Portland, it's winning a Grand Prix, then it can't be that bad in the format. So I don't know if it's back. You did cite the humans matchup, right? And I think with humans kind of being on the downtick, that means that Shadow definitely gets the opportunity to get better, right? Because Shadow was just pretty bad against humans, and it was still fine against a lot of the rest of the decks. Even some of the decks that were kind of popping up to hate on it, it was still pretty good against a lot of those. But the humans matchup was always one that looked just kind of disgusting from the human side. It's you just ran them over. But if humans is kind of falling out of favor, then I do think that Shadow maybe could be coming back. But I don't know for sure. I'm not even sure that humans is falling out of favor. In my opinion, humans is still a pretty good deck. But I'm a little biased. Yeah. So let's go ahead and break down some of the decisions and kind of talk about the deck. 17 lands. They've always been on 17 lands, at least the Grixis versions, right?
Now they are. I mean, they used to be, you used to look at they even played 19 lands before Ops, and they played Snapcasters, 4 snaps, Liliana's, Kolaghan's, Command's Main. But since we've gotten into the new age of Shadow, people are playing, Mishra's Bauble. Some people are playing Faithless Looting. You're not playing Commands and Planeswalker's Main. So 17 is makes sense now.
Yeah,
obviously.
it's easier to cast all these 1-drops and stuff. I can see that. And you also have, like you said, like Bauble and Faithless Looting as cantrips to, like, make more, like, pseudo lands in your deck, right?
Yeah.
So we have 4 Baubles. That's been in the deck for a while. Fuels Delve. I don't know. It's just like a cantrip that fuels Delve for the most part. That's about all there is to it. It's kind of a mopey card, but, I mean, there it is. It's the best thing we got. There's no probe, so here we are. Let's go ahead and talk about 3 Stubborn Denial. I think that's been pretty stock. It's usually been 3 main, 1 side, and you can see the sideboard one right there. I think that's been pretty stock since this deck was made. And, like, makes sense. Like, the card can be very, very good, and it can be awkward at times, so you really only want, like, 1-ish when you're playing your main deck games, and then, like, you can always bring in the other one when you really want it. Thought Scour, Fuels Delve, just the best cantrip for feeling Delve, and, like, obviously we're pretty focused on that since, half of our threats are Delve-oriented. Let's go ahead and, like, get a little bit of separation on our creatures that actually attack here. The removal suite, we got once again, we saw this with Jund, this, like, split on push and bolt, right? Like, it seems like people almost can't really decide, or maybe they have decided that they want this, like, kind of mix, but, like, the Jund list we played in the previous league played 3 push, 3 bolt. Here you're seeing 3 push, 2 bolt, and, like, I guess there's a Dismember as well, right? So, like, talking about 1 mana removal spells, like, you kind of see this split over and over again with, like, bolts and pushes and Dismembers. Do you want to talk about how that role fits here in Shadow and is a little different from even how it fits in Jund?
I don't think it is that much different than it is in Jund. Like,
Okay.
you might could make an argument that in Shadow it's more important to have, like, hard removal. I mean, I don't know. There's a couple different things I could see. Like, for one, Shadow is very predominantly black. So Fatal Push being black is a huge advantage. Jund is more into all 3 colors, so Bolt being red isn't like this big disadvantage. You also have in Jund, having the reach and having it off Bloodbraid Elf, like, it's never a bad hit, is part of the reason to play that maybe over a Fatal Push. And then also, like, in Shadow, you may not need the reach as much just because your threats hit so hard.
Okay.
But at the same time, you have Snapcaster Mage, so...
Yeah, like Bolt Snap Bolt was, like, a pinnacle of Modern for years.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, there's also Terminate that kind of should be talked about, I guess. There's, like, this one Terminate in the deck.
Yeah, this is a little interesting. It's a little different than what I'm playing. I was playing 3 bolts, 2 push, and 2 Dismembers. I have been wondering about a Terminate just to answer, maybe things like the first half of Wormcoil Engine or something silly. I mean, a lot of the you can kill with other things. A lot of threats terminate kills you can kill with other. It's nice to have a catch-all.
Yeah, I can see that. The discard split makes a lot more sense. I mean, when you're playing Jund, like, Inquisition's, like, better because you want to conserve your life total. You have things like Confidant and stuff like that. When you're playing the card Death Shadow, 4 Thoughtseize. Come on, get out of here.
Yeah.
2 Inquisitions, nothing real big brain there. Just, like, lose life better than not lose life in Shadow deck. And then you have your splits. I mean, 4 Shadow, 4 Gurmag Angler, best Delve threat, the reason to play the deck, and Snapcaster Mage. I mean, good with all your cantrips, good with your 1 mana removal spells. When you're playing this hyper efficient deck, it's just very, very good. Temur Battle Rage makes sense. As I've heard it quoted as some of the best graveyard hate that Shadow can play. Just, like, turns out their graveyard doesn't matter when they're dead. This card just kind of lets them turn the heat up. You know what I'm saying? Like you were talking about, just being able to make your threats hit really hard and then hit really, really hard. And rounding out the main deck, we have 4 Street Wraith, which just makes sense. Feels Delve and, like, feels Shadow, so it's just like, it's just like Probe, right? Like, Probe would be super busted. This card's just, like, kind of busted. And if you're really in Struggleville, I guess you could pay 5 mana and cast this, but man, yeah, things have to be pretty rough. Last thing I want to talk about, 2 Faithless Looting. I want to talk about this one a little bit because I've kind of experienced this with Titan Shift recently, where there's a lot of Titan Shift lists that have started popping up, and they all play 2 Faithless Lootings, and people are just swearing by it. They're like, 2 Faithless Looting is just correct in Titan Shift. Like, if you're playing Titan Shift, put 2 Faithless Looting in your deck. And I'm just like, what? Like, we're a critical mass deck. Like, we have a million, like, we care about having all of our spells matter because we need each of them to convert into a land so that we can, like, kind of cross the finish line. And so, like, to me, I'm just like, what? Huh? And so let's talk about it. I mean, I kind of feel like this is seeing the same thing with the Shadow deck. I've heard Dalloway go back and forth on Faithless Looting, and, like, here we see it win a Grand Prix, right? Like, Faithless Looting in this deck. Talk to me. What you got? I don't know. I just legitimately don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's like people just kind of realized over the course of the last, like, really good Magic card all of a
Yeah,
sudden.
Faithless Looting is a very good Magic card.
And they're just playing it more often. Like, you see, ever since I think Mardu Pyromancer started kind of popularizing the card in a fair, people have looked at it differently than they did before.
Yeah.
So they're kind of
the modern brainstorm where it makes your bad cards like into discarded cards, right? I don't know. Yeah. I don't know how that argument holds up. I mean, I've seen it happen. I've seen Mardu, like, in the late game just be flooding out because their deck plays a million lands and they just flash back a Faithless Looting and get rid of the lands and have spells. So, like, I've seen it be the modern brainstorm, but it's hard to sell me on a modern brainstorm that's intrinsically card disadvantage on the front half. So...
Yeah. The thing I will say about it and why I think playing 2 and 1-ofs is the games when you're playing these fair decks, if you go Faithless and then you draw a Faithless Looting later in the game, like Faithless Looting and then binning your first Faithless Looting, that's fine. Like Faithless Looting, bin Faithless Looting, you're that. Yeah. But if you Faithless Looting and then you draw one later, then you're basically just like, and you're not able to bin it with the first one or something, like you're basically just like losing out on cards.
Yeah, it's just like in multiples, there's not terribly good, but you want one to have saved up for the late game.
Hard.
Okay, I mean that's a reasonable argument. That makes sense. It's just like 2 just looks so out of place.
Getting flooded on them is a little bit because then you're just like Faithless Looting one, bin 2 Faithless Looting. It's just like getting flooded on them is not necessarily amazing, especially when you don't like bin them with each other, or at least that's how I felt about it, and that's why I was talking to Zach, actually going to Zachary Cuck, if you guys know him. He does MTG Training Grounds, big time Legacy player.
I've mentioned him once or twice.
Yeah, he's going to be on my team in Columbus.
Ooh, stacked.
Yeah, we're stacked. We got the squad of Alabamians.
No kidding.
But he's going to be playing this deck, and he's been kind of working around with some of the numbers. I probably should have honestly hijacked his list.
Yeah, talked about his list because apparently, like you said, you're going to have somebody on it in Columbus. Yeah,
I might be on it. He's definitely going to be on it. Matt Crossan's going to be on Jund. So we're going to be 2 Junds in a Shadow or 2 Shadows in a Jund, probably. All
right. Yeah. I mean, worst case scenario, we're going to see. Like, we're playing a league with the deck. Let's see how Faithless Looting plays out. Let's see what it looks like in the games we're playing.
This isn't a bad league to do. Just for my own thoughts, for Zach's thoughts, just to kind of see how it goes.
All right, let's talk about the sideboard real quick, and then we have a couple questions in the chat that are left over. I have not forgotten about you guys. I see you guys have posted, and we're going to field those after we're done going through the entire deck list to see if we can answer any of your questions, and if you have any more questions, we can just do all the questions in one sweep before we start digging into the matches. All right, let's dig into the sideboard. First, we're looking at, like, you can see it's like kind of split pretty clearly. We got 4 blue cards, you got like 5 black cards, and then you got like I guess 4 red cards with like another black red card and like another multicolored cards. These are kind of multicolored, I suppose. Let's talk about this. The blue cards, all counter spells. What are we looking at? Why is this split of counter spells correct? Disdainful Stroke. We got 1 stub, which is, I mean, as many as we can play. We'd probably play more. And we got Ceremonious Rejection. What we got? KCI? Like hardened scales? I don't really know why this split is correct.
Yeah, I mean, Ceremonious Rejection has, Disdainful Stroke. You can bring in against both Control and then like Tron, Titan.
Okay.
And then Ceremonious Rejection, you can bring it against like Tron, KCI, Hardened Scales, those kind of decks.
Yeah, they're just for different matchups. Okay.
Yeah, different matchups. I think Disdainful Stroke is maybe a little bit more, there's more of the decks that it's good against are floating around, so...
You can always like snap them, right? Like we can't forget about the 3 Snapcaster Mages we have in the deck and like all the cantrips to find them. So
2 of these makes a lot of sense here.
Okay. Surgical Extraction. I guess I don't know. Do you have anything else you want to talk about? That feels pretty cut and dry to me.
Yeah, this numbers. I mean, Ceremonious Rejection. I've been a little less impressed than when I first picked up Shadow. I mean, KCI has been kind of I don't know. I haven't played as much KCI. People have just been making it out to be this like huge menace in Modern. Sees play all the time. I haven't played against it a ton, so
it seems like the good players that are on it are like make deep runs, but other than that, like most people are just like scared of it because of its complexity. So like a lot of people don't play it, and opals are $100, right? Like that's just like going to be a factor in a lot of scenarios, especially in Paper Magic. But even online, I haven't really played it that much. I don't know how much it costs online because I use Mana Traders.
Well, it's also difficult to loop online, so a lot of people don't play it too much.
All right.
But no, I've been a little less impressed by that card. Brutality is a card I've been like less high on in general.
Yeah, there's 2 in this list.
Yeah, a lot of them haven't been playing. I don't think Dollar is or the Trophy Loop playing 2, if I remember right. they were also playing ley lines. I've been underwhelmed with Surgical, but Surgical does pair better with Snapcaster Mage, Thought Scour, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's also good with Shadow, right? Because you just get to pay life.
Yeah, that too. So I can see merits to here. I every time I've played with Surgical in Modern, I have not been very impressed.
Not impressed, yeah.
Yeah,
it's much better in Legacy.
Not done enough. Yeah, for sure. Definitely better in Legacy.
I mean, the creature matchups are also harder. So, like, I feel like if we're playing against, like, Bad Spirits or Humans or something like that, we probably just have to bring Brutality in, right? Even alongside these red cards that we have. So, I don't really know. Like, it feels like these matchups are so hard that we maybe just need more removal spells that have, like, equity in other matchups.
I don't actually think I don't know if Bad Spirits is actually a hard matchup for this deck. Is it?
I mean, it is much clunkier. I don't know. Like, I'm very inexperienced with Modern Shadow. I mean, the kind of decks I play are, like, Humans and Titan Shift. Those are the decks I'm known for playing in Modern. I don't know about these.
Yeah, I think Cat, Light, and maybe Brandon Dalloway might have been on a podcast or something together. You can probably find, if you want opinions on that matchup in particular, probably just message either one of them.
Jory, SCG Columbus is the first open of next season. It is team non-unified Modern, which means that people can play 3 of the same deck if they want. It's just the first SCG event next year, and kind of like why I'm playing Modern. I mean, it's why I'm playing Modern right now, and I'm playing like top tier decks just to like kind of like dip my feet back in the format. I've kind of taken a break from the format a little bit, and Michael can get a chance to post his be talking about his thoughts and his testing process a little bit, because like I said, he's considering this deck for Columbus, and it's in like 2 weeks, I think. Like, right? Let's look.
It's very close.
It's literally, I think 2 weeks from today is SCG Columbus, so it's a lot closer than you'd think it is, even though it's next year. So, all right, kind of back to it. I think the black cards, like, we kind of touched on them. Liliana, Last Hope, good and fair matchups. Like, I mean, nobody really has to, like, preach to the power level of this card. Kind of functions as another Kolaghan's Command. Like, these two kind of, I think, fit in the same role where they can pick off dinky creatures and they can kind of get cards back from the graveyard, so they can kind of be good value cards. This one's better with Snapcaster Mage, whereas this one's better with the rest of our creatures, as well as in matchups where you want to gun down a lot of creatures. Liliana's very good at that. And in, like, really fair matchups, I think she's slightly better than Kolaghan's Command, even with the Snapcaster loop. So these two cards kind of like are in the same role, and like having a 1/1 split I really like, just also diversifies our deck. Moving over, we kind of got some. Oh, you had something to say? Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, just for the purpose of like talking about this, I played Shadow for like a year or something, but came off it. Played it some. Like, I played it at Vegas. I didn't have as much time to put at Vegas and regionals as I wanted to, and for the SCG Invitational, I played mostly Standard. So I'm kind of coming back to this deck too, kind of with I'm not 100% sure on all these numbers. The Liliana, while we were on it though, this is something that I was kind of thinking about in the sideboard, is like there were a lot of people playing a 4th Snapcaster Mage, and I was kind of like, I don't know, I kind of wanted more of a haymaker there, like a Planeswalker. So I was experimenting with like Jace the Mind Sculptor and Liliana the Last Hope kind of thing.
Just like a super value slot, I guess.
Yeah, so that's kind of where this was fitting, and it's kind of interesting to see there is no 4th Snapcaster in this Planeswalker, which not everyone plays.
Yeah, okay. I mean, yeah, I like it because I just like always having more equity against these creature decks I talked about at the beginning, kind of being bad matchups. Yeah. If we can put as many cards that also have like a little bit of range in that matchup as possible, so we can really convert to like a Grixis control-ish almost deck, like I'm here for it. All right, finishing this off before we jump into the games, we kind of got a little bit of a sweeper package in Engineered Explosives and Anger the Gods, and we have a little bit of like more red removal. Like we have Abrade, which kind of like Kolaghan's Command can be removal or like artifacts. You know, it should be good against artifacts. Once again, you kind of see like a little bit of splicing in other matchups. Yeah. Grim Lavamancer. I mean, this card's just like kind of a sweeper on legs that you can Kolaghan's Command back. You can Liliana it back. You know, just like. So it's a recurable like sweeper almost like through these like effects that also just like uses the graveyard, which you have things like Thought Scour and stuff to do anyway. A lot of times I think in the matchups we really want this card. Gurmag Angler is also a little bit worse, so they don't really fight as much as you would think for the same cards.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so as long as you agree with all that and I didn't say anything wrong, then we're good to go there.
Yeah. Engineered Explosives is one that is a little weird, and I know
we have 3 colors.
Polarizing opinions on this. People have talked about it being bad in Shadow because it, kills your own Lavamancer, your own Death Shadows. Sometimes, or it's like awkward because a lot of things you care about are one. I don't know. Zach was really wanting to put this card in his Shadow list.
We got to make our Boggles matchup good.
Yeah, I mean that could be, but partially just like dealing with like cards like Rest in Peace, for example, just like random enchantments. I forget. There's another one I think that he was talking about that he was like, I like that it deals with enchantments. He wasn't very sold on. He was playing 2 Lavamancers, and I think the trophy leader in Dalway were also playing 2 Lavamancers.
Jeez.
And Zach was like, yeah, I'd rather have that EE over the second Lavamancer.
So this is a little bit of like a point of contention here. It's like
yeah,
this,
maybe if
okay.
you're yeah, maybe if you are on 2 Lavamancers, I mean, I've kind of tried it some leagues myself and been happy with it over a second Lavamancer. So
in general, in these like fair style decks, no, good.
I just said it might be something you want to try if you're there on 2 Lavamancers.
I like diversification a lot, like especially in these like fair style sideboards. So if these like 2 cards are kind of doing very similar things, I don't mind the diversification just because like I think that's just like gives you more, like I said, like gives more like stretch. Like you have more cards that stretch across other matchups, and you just have like always a good sideboard plan for more decks, and that's just like what fair decks try to do. And lastly, Anger the Gods. I mean, we talked about this before. This card's just like Dredge, and you have like all the creature decks. This card's honestly at its best in Modern. I've talked about this in my Titan Shift videos, where like part of the reason to play Titan Shift is because you can justify main decking Anger the Gods. You have the slots for it, and that's just really good. Like you see this card in like every sideboard I think I've played, and like it's just continually been popping up over and over again in Modern. It's just the best 3 mana sweeper, and one of the biggest reasons, honestly, to be in red, other than Lightning Bolt and like Faithless Looting, like Anger the Gods is just busted. So
yeah,
I think I don't know. We're doing the best things Red has to offer with this deck. We're doing some of the best things Blue has to offer in Modern, which is like Snapcaster Mage, right? And like cheap, efficient counterspells, even though they're like not always so good. And we're definitely doing the best thing for Black, right? Thoughtseize is just the best thing to be doing. Fatal Push, we got Death Shadow. So I don't know. We're doing the best thing in Grixis colors. You'd think that we are primed and set to do pretty well with this deck. All right, let's field those questions. I think I've dodged around it for long enough. Let's look at the questions in the chat. So way back, Robert's your mother's brother said, me or Michael, the current shadow list running Baubles and Lootings or the old versions running Visions. Why the change? And if you have a preference for one, should you stick to what you know or play meta? Like basically play what people are doing. What's your opinion on that?
So the list I've been playing.
Oh, you're cutting out right now.
Oh, my bad.
The list you've been playing?
The list I've been playing, and I think Dalway's been playing a list similar, and the trophy leader's been playing a list similar. Play some of both, actually. Like I think I played 3 Baubles, 2 Faithless Lootings, 3 Seer Visions, and 2 Thought Scours in my last league. And there's been some where I played 1 Faithless Looting and 3 Thought Scours. I don't know. I think there's room to kind of figure out the cantrip sweep because enough people have been messing around with it. And I people best, and it might be some people have different preferences. You know, it might be how they play with certain cards or evaluate certain cards.
Yeah.
How good they are when you're playing with them. So I don't know. I could see a variety of different distributions being possibly right. I don't know. It's tough to say.
Yeah, that's fair.
I do like 3 Serum Visions though. I've liked 1, maybe 2 Faithless Lootings. I don't think 3 is good. I don't really like 4 Baubles because the times I have played it, you have a ton of Baubles and you need to see cards now sometimes, and it's just not, you know, there are times where you're going to need to see cards now, and if you draw a ton of Baubles, you might not get to see them when you want them. So that's a little annoying.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like, cause like, I mean, I've done plenty of cantrip chains at least in Legacy, and like, it's important. Like, that's why Portent wasn't really that good in Miracles, cause like, it was a slow trip, just like Bauble.
For sure. So I think that's a card that like 4 of sounds high, you know, too many Faithless Looting sounds high. So once you get to that point, it's like, to me, once you have kind of, okay, I want about 3 Baubles and like 1 or 2 Faithless Lootings. How do I round out my cantrip suite? And the answer, I think, is if you're gonna play Thought Scours, like you need to kind of ask yourself, how many Thought Scours do I need to enable my anglers?
Yeah.
If the answer is 3 or 2, then play 3 or 2. Don't play 4 because that would just be worse than like Opt or Serum Visions. And I personally believe Serum Visions is much better. I don't even think people really play Opt anymore.
Yeah, I always thought Serum Visions was better than Opt. Like playing at instant speed in this deck doesn't matter as much when you like have a lot of sorcery speed things going on. Like there's times where you want to play at instant speed. There's definitely gonna be times where you want an Opt more than like a Serum Visions, but in general, I don't know. I think Serum Visions is a little better. but
Yeah. So
makes
my
sense.
inclination, though, like after the few leagues, 1 to 2 Faithless Lootings, 2 to 3 Thought Scours, 3-ish Serum Visions, and 3-ish Baubles.
Okay.
That's been kind of my inclination.
Another question, also from Robert, your mother's brother, says they can ask a lot of questions about Shadow. It says, do you think there's a position for Mausoleum of Secrets in the deck to increase threat density and to help get black answer cards? So if you don't remember, you guys can do ! card in chat. That is the tutor that has Undergrowth. So it's the 1 in a black. I think it's an instant tutor with Undergrowth.
Yeah.
I think there was a lot of talk about it for Shadow right when it was spoiled. I don't know how it actually ended up. What's up, Nuka Cola?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of it. Like, it seems just too inconsistent. I haven't tried it.
What's up,
Played
Teddy?
it. The times I've seen people play it and act like it's a good card, it's really just been like,
Fine.
it's been fine. Like, they've been like, oh, it's so good. And it's like, yeah, it was just a 3-mana way of doing something that your deck generally spends 1 mana on.
Yeah, right, because you use 3 mana total to like tutor up a shadow and put a shadow in play, right? So like it could be basically any other cantrip, and it's just like 2 mana to like tutor very like specific things in narrow spots. I can kind of see that.
Yeah, it feels like an expensive cantrip. A lot like it feels like you're kind of doing what your deck wants to do, but it feels like an expensive conditional cantrip.
Sure.
At least when I've watched it. Like I haven't played with it a lot myself, but it does feel a little awkward. And it's like, I also don't like it because a lot of people are going to be bringing in Graveyard Hate against you.
Yeah.
So just having another card that's not good against Graveyard Hate, and a lot of those might be the decks where you need threat density. Like decks that with you in play are more likely, I think, to play like the Graveyard Hate, like the Rest in Pieces and the Ley Lines, because they need to beat Dredge. Like that's what their sideboard needs to have.
So
they're
you just
more
kind of get
likely to bring
splash hated, and like that card, also gets hated by it. That makes sense. Like it's something I feel like I would end up boarding out a lot because it's a cantrip that is now also bad against Graveyard Hate. Like Faithless Looting isn't there, right?
But
like Faithless Looting still at least has like half of it working on, whereas like Mausoleum Secrets does literal nothing. So I would have trouble, I think, justifying if I'm playing like something like Mausoleum Secrets, playing it over something like Faithless Looting or another 1 mana cantrip. That's my thoughts on it.
Yeah, the Faithless Looting hasn't actually been as bad against Graveyard Hate as I thought, mostly because like it's a way to bin the Gurmag Anglers and like Snapcasters.
Modern Brainstorm! It's
so
insane!
It functions a little like a Brainstorm there.
All right.
A really bad one.
This looks like the last question before we jump into the leagues. Does Shadow mean there just isn't room for Delver decks in Modern anymore? This one comes from DRocker23.
Wait, does Shadow what?
Does Shadow, like the deck Shadow existing, mean there just isn't room for any Delver decks in Modern anymore? Because, like, I mean, I guess the argument there is that, like, Shadow kind of plays the same, like, super hyper-efficient, like, efficient threats, efficient spells, like, high density of both, like, game plan. So does, like, Shadow existing mean it's just always going to be a better Delver deck?
Well, I don't know. I mean, because there was a while Treasure Cruise Dig Through Time meta where people played a bunch of Delver, and
yeah.
I mean, maybe if they had known about Shadow and all that, maybe they would have tried that too. But it's a tough question to answer. I mean, every time, like in Modern. Oh, my bad. Did I cut out?
Yeah, you did. You've been cutting out a little bit more. I don't know if something's going on with the internet connection. It's something we can look at later, but definitely not something to be addressed now. Just something to be aware of.
It's fine. Yeah. I don't know. It's to me, it doesn't pair well. Like, it pairs well in Legacy with like Daze and Wasteland, and those effects don't exist in Modern. So I'm tempted to say, yeah, you should really register Delver's Secrets in Modern. But who knows? I mean, maybe some cards will get printed. Maybe things.
Yeah, I mean, Treasure Cruise, basically anytime anything like Treasure Cruise or something like that comes around, Delver gets really good. I don't know, even the list that Hoogland, like this year, put up with Blue-Red Wizards, I think that deck was very good, especially when people weren't expecting it. And, like, that was a Delver deck that was, like, a committed Delver deck that had it had a different plan from even what Shadow's doing. And I think a lot of times, like, if you really just want to play Delver Secrets in Modern, you have to play something like that. Like, you cannot play something like this. But, like, even still, like, I think a lot of what that Hoogland deck was doing has kind of been outpaced by the Arclight Phoenix deck, right? Which is like another blue-red spells deck that's like kind of just trying to maximize the things you can do with the best blue-red spells in Modern. And I think it's just doing it a little bit better. Like Thing in the Ice is better against a lot of the creature decks, so you don't have to play a million bolts and stuff like that. You just like play something like Thing in the Ice and still play cantrips and pick up all the creatures and beat them up. And like Arclight Phoenix, like it's just better in other, like in more matchups than just creature matchups. Whereas I think that was kind of the problem Hoogland's deck had a little bit, was that like you could be okay against combos, especially post board, but like if you weren't really playing against a creature deck where all your removal has equity, like you can kind of just get dunked on by like some of the fair decks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Right.
So funny enough, I mean, we can go ahead and kick this off.
Yeah, let's go ahead and jump into the leagues.
Yeah, go ahead and jump into it. But funny enough, like I was recently talking, and I do think if Delver was like a horror or something, you could almost play him in that like blue-red deck, the over like Swiftspear. The issue is when you bounce Delver, it's way worse than bouncing your own Swiftspear. So that's been kind of my concern with going to Delver, like 2 or 3 of Delver in.
Yeah. I think you're right. Like bouncing Delver is disastrous. So I don't know. Like it's hard to sell me on. What is this hand? All right, let's make sure there's no more things we want to cover. Thoughts on wishes on bans or unbans? Honestly, the bans or unbans discussion is just going to go in circles. It basically is, what do you want Modern to look like? And everybody has something different they want out of Modern. So a lot of times the bans and unban discussions just become like shouting of opinions. Jory, I don't mind discussing that off stream. Well, like I think getting on stream is just going to distract the content and away from what we're trying to do here. Let's see, and then we're talking about how good Delve cards would be. I suppose that's true. And then Teddy said, skipping on Serum just seems insane when you have Wraith. I don't know that Serum, like, does Wraith actually make Serum visions better? I don't know if that's strictly true.
A little bit. Makes it like I mean, you get to see the card then.
Talk to me about this hand, kid. It has 2 free cantrips that we can cast up the Steam Vents. It has, like, discard on turn 1 if we hit. Like, is this a keep? Like, I'm looking at this and I legitimately do not know. I'm inclined to mulligan because I just don't like not being able to cast my spells, and I think we can mulligan more in Modern, but, like, this hand has a lot of upside if we hit a Black Source.
Yeah, I've had the unfortunate thing about this deck is, like, there have been a lot of times that, I mean, part of the reason I've come off this and, like, gone back to, there have been a lot of times where I don't keep hands like this and I just mulligan into the ground. Like,
I mean, if our deck doesn't mulligan well, then that's a reason to keep it, right? Yeah, chat, what do you like? Chat, we got some shadow players in the chat. What do we got? Player draw. We're on the draw. The opponent has kept 7. Do we mulligan?
Oh, I'm keeping this on the draw, I think.
Okay. Let's keep. We're keeping it on the draw.
We got an interactive spell and a couple shots.
Thank you for those of you that stuck around, that came from the Jund group and came from all that, and watching us play Jund and are sticking around to watch us play Shadow. I really appreciate it. If you guys are watching on YouTube, D-Rocker wanted to mull, Polyball wanted to keep. We had keep. We had a couple more keeps than mulls, but it looks like in general chat wanted to keep. So it's good. It's good that we kept on the draw. Looks like, I actually don't know what this looks like. What does this look like? Oh, this is the same guy we played before. Oh no! Oh no! It's that Sparkle little deck. We played against this with Jund. Oh, that makes his hand much better. All right, how do you lead us off? How do I start sequencing this stuff?
Well, given that I see not on your turn. Oh, I see. You got like looting and Wraith and Bauble. Yeah,
we got looting, Wraith, Bauble, land, double Thoughtseize. We got a bolt. We can bolt the thing. We just have the world's our oyster on turn 1. That's what you get when you play a deck with a bunch of 1-drops.
I'm tempted to say cycle Street Wraith for more information.
I like more information. Terminate.
Oh, wow, we really need to hit our land drops. So I think
we have a looting to hit a land. Like if we're planning to, like, we could bolt and then looting next turn, and then try to hit a land through that, and we could Thoughtseize if we do that.
I think we could just like play Bolt. Bauble. I don't know. I could see bolt, wait, loot next turn kind of thing.
I think that's what I'm leaning towards right now. I think I want to bolt.
Yeah.
And chat seems like at least one or 2% people in the chat like doing that. So we're gonna bolt, and then we're gonna Bauble. I guess we'll just Bauble now. Is there a reason to wait? Top card of target player's library. We can find out what they're about to draw this turn. I don't think that gives us any information, but I don't think waiting does anything either.
Well, I think waiting does do something, because then you know that
The card, the top card next turn. All right.
Thoughtseize.
Oh yeah, that informs your Thoughtseize next turn. Look at you.
Yeah.
This is why we bring you on the
wanna do
show.
it
This is why we bring you
after
on the
they're
cast.
Yeah, you want to do it after they draw.
And after they fetch, ideally.
Or,
Vexing Devil.
Sure, if they do that,
I think I'm just taking
mine's a little
4.
behind.
Oh, that's all good.
Yeah, I don't actually know what's going on.
Oh, well, they went Stomping Ground, Vexing Devil.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
Or
take 4.
they have Foot else, so yeah, we're just gonna take 4. I mean, we're a Shadow deck, so I feel like this should be really good for us.
Yeah, if we can find Shadow and a Black Source. We need to find a lot of things, though.
All right. Well, they didn't fetch, so they still could fetch. We know there's a Vexing Devil on top. They do not know that.
Yeah.
What do we got? Draw a card. All right, we hit a Scalding Tarn and a Shadow. That's pretty good.
Wow.
All right. What is the sequence? Because if we put Shadow in play right now, I don't remember. I don't think this deck had Lightning Bolt in it, right? Did it? It had Atarka's Command.
I think so.
It had Proclamation of Rebirth.
Well, wait, we're at 12, so we just fetch Shock to 9.
Yeah, then it's a 4/4. Okay.
In order to put it into play, I think we just.
Do we Faithless Looting first?
Yeah, probably.
Because I'm not sure if these Thoughtseizes are going to get equity here soon. I think we can discard at least one of them. Double Gurmag. That's also pretty good. I want to discard a Thoughtseize and a Gurmag.
Yeah, I think that's correct. And then we can play a 4/4.
We could play it. We could play a Gurmag.
I think Shadow's probably better on it.
Okay. I can live with it.
Ideally, we draw like a black fetch land next turn, and then we can go like Gurmag Angler, Terminate, kind of thing.
All right.
That would be great.
Here is a Dust Shadow. It is your turn, opponent. I'm wondering if we're actually going to if they just take a draw step and draw this Vexing Devil, which it looks like they are we going to pay 4 and make a thing an 8/8 and go to 5? Because I think that puts us pretty not great against the Proclamation of Rebirth, which is what they could have here. Bolt before looting. Yeah. Nuka-Cola wanted a bolt before looting. That's from before. Looting first, right? I think looting first. So the way we sequenced this, I think we got more information for our looting. Basically, we got the max amount of information before looting, so we knew what to discard, and we knew just how the game was going to play out with more cards. We just had the most information possible. This looks like a Proclamation of Rebirth.
If you wait on the looting, you get more.
Yeah.
The one downside is you're pressed to use your mana efficiently. You're pressed to kill Dryad Militant. So if Dryad Militant wasn't a card you cared about, then maybe holding the bolt is right. But I think, with Snapcaster Mage, Gurmag Angler, bolting Dryad Militant is we saw their deck before. It's not like they play anything super amazing that we need to bolt.
Are we taking this 4? We know for the record that there is a Vexing Devil in their hand, and we have a Terminate for that Vexing Devil. So.
Wait, do we know or did they fetch?
They didn't fetch. They untapped Drew.
They didn't fetch.
Yeah,
Jeez.
They did not. Nimitive 00. Thank you much for the follow. I appreciate it. The best.
I don't think I'm taking 4 because.
Oh, it's your turn before you drew 2 Gurmags. Oh, I understand, Roberts. I thought that was all part of that lump of bolt before lootings. I'm sorry. I am sorry. I'm dumb. All right.
Oh, gotcha.
I feel like we're supposed to take this 4, but going to 5 seems rough.
Yeah, it is.
But attacking for 8 doesn't seem rough.
It's true.
We also have the option to take 4, then terminate their guy out the way, and then attack for 8, and then they're literally dead on board, right? But we're at 5.
Yeah, we'll go down low. I'm kind of thinking if we draw a fetch land, my issue is then we draw a fetch land, then all of a sudden you're talking about, then you wind up in trouble kind of thing.
Yeah.
And you don't get to do 2 things. The issue is we're gonna have to kill the. I'm kind of this Vexing Devil doesn't matter.
So
it's gonna be a chump blocker.
You think it's gonna be a chump blocker?
Just let it say around, but that could be wrong. It's close.
I do not want to take 4 damage. We're gonna say no, because putting Gurmag in play already is just going to be enough.
Yeah, our creatures are already bigger than it.
So well, this one isn't. That was kind of part of the attraction.
Not. Yeah, this also puts him in a bind where next turn he may not want to play the Vexing Devil.
Yeah. It'd be nice to draw like you said, a black fetch land, fetch swamp, and we get to Thoughtseize Gurmag. I think that'd be a really good turn.
Yeah, or you can go
shock this, which you can take.
That's even fine too.
Because this still gets it to an 8/8. Is this is the same math, right? We can shock Thoughtseize, take their other devil or whatever, we can play a Gurmag, and we can choose to attack for 8 or not. I think we actually just Thoughtseize first, right?
Yeah. It's probably fine to Thoughtseize first, play Gurmag.
Thoughtseize first.
Likely.
Let's see what you got, opponent. Double Atarka's Command. Uh-oh.
Yikes.
Well, this looks like we're taking an Atarka's Command.
Yeah, I think you need to take a burn spell here and just like beat their creature.
Yeah.
And
I mean, we have Terminate. The thing is, like, this is going to be awkward because we can't Snap Terminate because it gets exiled.
Yeah, I mean, you can flashback. Do you not have? I guess you don't have anything to flashback that's relevant.
Yeah. Right now we just have like a Thoughtseize, so we're gonna leave the Faithless Looting in my graveyard.
Yeah. Now here's a question: we could attack with Shadow?
They get to go Atarka's Command us, attack with both creatures.
Oh, do we just die?
I don't know. I'm doing the math. We have to block the 5. We take 6. Yeah, we die.
Yeah, we just die. Okay, we can't do that. It's good
That's
answer.
Yeah. No, we cannot attack. I mean, we're kind of setting up to like clear their board and like hit them and like kill them one shot. The thing is, like, we can't even take 2 here, so if they have a haste threat, we're just dead. But it looks like they drew a land. Like, I think their hand is currently Atarka's Command Vexing Devil. We're not going to take 2 off this Vexing Devil.
No, taking damage here would be pretty bad.
Yes. Would you like to take 4? No, I would not. All right. Now we have a Terminate to get their stuff out the way so they can't attack. We are going to make them think they can attack next turn, though, so we're going to hold up Terminate.
Them attacking would be great. We just get a block kill. That'd be awesome.
That would be fantastic. There's a Street Wraith. That ain't it, Chief. All right. Well, go. We don't have any other options. This is like kind of riding that line that you have to do with Shadow, where you just like need to figure out exactly how low you want to put yourself.
Yeah, it's close.
H. Rollins, what's going on? I like dying. It's fun. Drake, this isn't Legacy though. That is correct. You want to fetch again, so don't take. I agree. Shock, Terminate, Gurmag. Oh, they wanted to shock, Terminate, and Gurmag on the previous turn. That might have been better. I think the Thoughtseize ended up working out because their hand was good. But
yeah, I didn't. I thought I had that dialed up in my mind, but I don't know.
That might have been better. In Step Atarkas, I think is a little incorrect, but if they draw another Tarkas, it's correct. So they're probably thinking about that. I think they're gonna want to do it in combat, so that, like, they try to trade with the Gurmag or whatever. Like, currently, I look dead on board.
Yeah. I mean, the issue is, yeah.
This is what we wanted to happen, so.
Yeah, we really wanted this.
So let's go ahead and get black and red and terminate a Vexing Devil. Important that it is a Vexing Devil because otherwise we lose Gurmag Angler. They get to anthem their team. Blocks. Block here and here. Go to damage. And we have Snapcaster Mage to chump block a haste threat, so we can attack next turn. Although, ironically, we can't kill them with the Cycle Street Wraith because they have... Oh, no, this is a proclamation? That's so bad.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's a proclamation.
Yikes.
Get back 3 1-drops, huh? Alright. That's fine. I mean, we still have that covered. No. We still have that covered because of the Snapcaster Mage, so, like, we can beat this. But it was a good card to have, especially with our Tarkish Command as our last card. Bring back 3
Draw Temur Battle Rage.
Temur Battle Rage. Temur dunk on them. Thoughtseize. We could Thoughtseize take their thing. Take a Tarkish Command. And, like, we still have Snapcaster up. I actually kind of like that. Like, it just saves us a life, right?
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, Thoughtseize you. Take the Tarkish Command. That's awkward. Boop. Goodbye.
This
we
also might make it look like we literally...
Like we what?
This might make it look like we don't have anything.
Yeah, because we can live around like this. So, no, you're right.
Yeah.
And, like, also, it's important that we can live around this. No, this is really important, because if they draw a Spark Elemental here, like, we can line up the blocks to where we take exactly 2.
Yeah.
Bolt me.
Cycle Street Wraith. No, Cycle Street Wraith, no! Cycle Street Wraith into Stub.
Stub! We still die, but Stub!
But whatever.
Stub! No! We should have done it last turn!
You know what's sad is I kind of thought about it briefly, but
But no, if they draw Spark Elemental here, we just feel so dumb. All right,
Yeah,
fine.
that's
We're
why
gonna die to this deck. We're gonna die to it, chat. We're gonna die to it.
Yikes. No.
They've got 2 Atarkas though. Oh no, they only have 1. We Thoughtseized both of them. All right, this card seems bonkers. So does this one, and this one. This one's probably fine. This one's probably great. I just want to bring everything in. Bring in the whole kitchen sink. This is kitchen sink. I don't know if I want this.
Yeah, I don't think so. It's a little expensive. I think Dismember and like the Wraiths are the first things that I'm inclined to like.
The like things that just like lose life unnecessarily, kind of out on. I like all the removal basically.
How many more cuts do we need? I actually can't tell.
3.
3.
Yeah, let me line that up for you.
Yeah, I could see it being like. I noticed that like Dalloway and them liked shaving Faithless Looting when they like have a lot of cards. They like when they're bringing in cards and most of their deck's gonna obviously be good.
Yeah, I mean we are trying to convert to this like controller style deck, so like being down on cards isn't super exciting, especially when we have a lot of 1-for-1.
I could see like an Angler or a Thoughtseize not being the greatest. Like one of the Anglers and a Thoughtseize maybe.
I think we just really want an Angler, and I think it's really important to have one, so I'm just gonna cut a Thoughtseize instead. I think the first one's so good.
They're not a burn deck, and we're bringing the Lavamancer.
Alright, fine. You obviously like Thoughtseize. You obviously like the...
No, it's not even Thoughtseize. I'm more kind of...
You what?
Just being like a clown. And just like shaving the Thoughtseize anyways.
I don't know.
See what I'm saying?
I don't know. I want to shave the Thoughtseize. I'm shaving the Thoughtseize. We're doing it. Boop, boop, commit. Commit!
Yeah, no, I wanted to shave the Thoughtseize. I just wanted to bring in a Faithless...
Bring in a Faithless Looting?
Yeah, leave one in for the Angler. I don't think you want a ton of... They're not exactly burn. I don't think you want a ton of Anglers.
And we can discard extra Anglers. Come on! A little surgical for proc? No thanks. Dude, they have magic cards. Look, our opponent has magic cards. We want them to not have magic cards. We need to bring in surgical. We need to bring in surgical. Just has to happen. Cut 2 looting, one seize. Each rounds. What is this? This hand's like actually kind of good, right? We just like fetch a Blood Crypt. Put this in play. Put this in play.
Yeah. I mean, we play a small number of lands. It's a little risky.
Is it that risky? I mean,
what are you fetching here?
A Blood Crypt, yeah. What do you mean? We have a hand of all black cards. What if it's a double black and we need to cast this on one?
Yeah, so... Would it be insane to just, like, bauble yourself, and if it's a fetch land, just not play the Lavamancer?
No, that's not insane. I think I'm keeping this. This hand's interesting. Well, I think we have enough time between these cards.
I think you're keeping it because you made it sound like you were. So now I'm thinking about how do we say...
All right, no, I'm in for it. Let's do it. Is this the land? Temur Battle Rage. That ain't it, Chief.
Okay, well, yeah, I think now we're playing Lavamancer.
All right, here we go. Fetch, shock. Yes. Put a Lava Man in play. I think this card's like legitimately very good against them because we're just going to take all the damage off all the Vexing Devils.
No, I think you're right. I think the issue is if you miss a land and you hit like some expensive spells, or if you hit like cantrips and don't have a blue, you're going to be in the spot where you're like not able to fuel your Lavamancer enough.
The thing is, I think we can miss for a turn. I think we have like one or two turns of like missing on the land.
I think you can.
And like that was my justification for keeping is like this hand is powerful enough that we can like justify waiting. Like this is probably getting in the red zone. We're probably just gonna push whatever this is, unless it's a Vexing Devil, in which case we're just gonna take it. Bolt it. Fine. That's actually fine. It feels the Angler. I'm actually like pretty okay with that.
Yeah. No, you're okay with
Ding! Ooh. Good. Chat. Welcome to professionalism. All right. What do we got? We got 4, 5, 6. We're one off tilt.
Yeah,
tilt.
so you just gotta,
I'm gonna fetch a tap land. Yeah, I think we're fetching a tap land here. Just conserve life total, make them do the freaking work. I'm not shocking against a deck that has Spark Elemental in it. Man, this is a weird Cheerios deck. Pro fucking plays only. Correct. Jory wanted a mulligan. Come on, never mulligan.
I kind of wanted a mulligan too.
No!
Jory's not insane for that.
No mulligans.
I just heard the way you were talking about it.
I'm keeping this hand every time. This hand's gas. Look at this. Look at all this. They can't beat this. Oh no! They do have Nikado in their deck. That looks like it's going to be great when it gets pushed. Oh no. Oh, hey kid. You ready? We just said it resolves. Take no damage. Draw a land. Anger him. No pushes.
That's just greedy.
I'm actually going to leave this devil in play. I'm at the point where I think this
No,
devil
I
can
think
just
that's fine. But I do think you need to push just so you can go Gurmag Angler
I agree.
next turn.
Do you wish to take 4 damage? No, I don't want to take 4 damage. Why would I want to take 4 damage? That sounds awful.
Just push his Vexing Devil.
Push the devil.
Then we have guaranteed next turn.
Cast. Boop. And then,
If we
what are we
hit a
fetching here?
land-
Is this is supposed to be a red source, right? Gosh, this is
no,
such
I think
a
it's a Watery Grave.
such a dichotomy. This is
I
such
think
a
it's a
dichotomy.
Watery Grave. It's
All
fine.
right.
It's fine.
All right. Would you like to pay to life? No.
No.
Denial. What the hell is it
You know,
called?
that's a card we probably should have thought of.
Yeah, we should have boarded this out. Oh, well, I don't know. It counters Proclamation of Rebirth, though. Like, that was kind of like why I was, like, not really, like, wanting to shave.
I thought about
Maybe we
shaving.
should
I think
wing.
we should have shaved one of them.
I agree. Like, looking at it now, I really agree. All right. Well, this is awkward, because I kind of want to Liliana back this Lavamancer, but we're just, like, in
It's fine.
Gurmag has to do it territory. All right, are we blocking? Like, are we allowing ourselves to get block and bolt for this Gurmag?
To get what?
Like, are we blocking this Nakatl? Like, opening up to getting bolted, like, getting it bolted? Like, trading the bolt and the Nakatl for a Gurmag, is that something we're interested in? Like, knowing we have a push in hand and an anger?
Probably. I mean, I'm trying to think about what else they would have if they attack. If they have Gore Clan, the blocking is just a disaster, but I don't think
There's
they play
no
that
way
card.
they have Gore Clan. Yeah, there's no way. I refuse to believe. What year is it? How about Goblin Guide?
Well, if he attacks now, I'm kind of thinking he's just trying to push in damage.
Yeah, exactly.
So I would.
Is this a Path to Exile?
100%
Oh,
block.
no. Tilt.
That's not good. That's also not good because we don't have.
You know, kid, remember that part where you said the thing?
Yeah, you know, I didn't think about Path to Exile.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
It's
All
fine.
right. All right.
If we draw
There's a land off this. Land off this.
Yeah, we got two. Well, kind of got. Yeah,
We kind of got 2 pseudo looks at it, right?
kind
it's a Thoughtseize? That's awkward.
No, we don't have two looks at it.
Yeah, that's right, actually. No, you're right, because I don't have a fetch land or anything.
We only really get one.
Do I play Liliana and just, like, plus up on this clown? No, I plus up on this clown, make them attack with this, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you play Liliana, you plus up, they hit it for 3 down to 1.
Then we have push for it. Next turn we can, like, fog this, push this. I think we have to play Liliana.
Yeah.
It's like, it's a mopey Liliana. I wanted it to be better, but we're desperate times here. If they have a Targus command, it's just, like, pretty bad. All right,
I mean,
go.
if they have anything, it's pretty bad.
What do you mean if they have anything? Proclamation would be horrible here. It only gets back a Vexing Devil.
It's true.
Oh, I really wanted to fetch a red source. I'm so glad we didn't.
Yeah, Yeah.
This is awkward.
I just think, on average, black sources...
Yeah.
And...
Yeah, I mean, black sources are better on average, you're right?
Like, if we missed... The issue I had was if we missed... We had, like, pushes in our hand, right? So if we missed our third land... Like, I was thinking... Constantly miss our third land, we're going to have a Steam Vents and a Blood Crypt and not be able to push.
Yeah, we have a lot of black cards
And we're
here.
going to run into that issue. I didn't think about Path to Exile. Like, obviously with Path to Exile into the equation, it's probably right to fetch the red source, because then if you get Path, you just find Swamp and you're, good.
I don't understand this. Why are we taking on this? I guess they're thinking about what to attack. They just don't know what they're attacking.
Land.
Land, please. Oh, is this an Tarkus command? That's fine.
No.
I'm fine trading. I mean, that's 2 extra damage. It's like coming at this. Like, this actually is like pretty good equity, as long as we find a land.
See, you keep saying these things.
It's a fog. We're fine. It's an Inquisition. Oh no, not like this. All right. Well, we're gonna discard them at least, and we have a stub in case they like try to bolt us in response. That's something. We also have a push. We're okay. We're okay. We're not dead.
I mean, yeah, we're not dead.
Oh no. Oh no. Do we hold this and try to stub it? I'm tempted to just take this Targus command. I mean, it's the best card in their hand anyway, so we're just gonna have to try to stub this.
Okay. Yeah.
And
we
then
can at least Thoughtseize it maybe sometime down the
yeah,
line.
we can
kinda.
Thoughtseize like next turn. We're gonna push this and like hope that they don't draw land. Like we need them not to draw land here.
Yeah. God. We're gonna get 2-0'd by this deck.
No, we're not. We're fine. This is fine,
We're
kid.
gonna get 2-0'd. It's gonna be so
This
bad.
is fine. We beat it with Jund, not beating it with Shadow. Obviously, we've determined which is the better deck.
We're gonna 0-5 with Shadow.
All right, they're shocking. Why are
Going
you
for the
shocking?
proclamation.
All right, combat.
No.
All right, here we are. Black push.
Come on, deck.
Cast. I guess we should like let this resolve first, but I'm always pushing this Mikado no matter what I think.
Yeah, I mean,
Even if we hit the red source. TBH. Want to incentivize them to put more things in play. It's a Terminate? Well, I'm really glad I cast the push. Alright. Oh gosh. Terminate kills the thing. Please no land. Proclamation, get it stubbed. Proclamation, get it stubbed. Proclamation, get it stubbed.
come on.
Please. Yes. Daddy.
Watch him play land for turn after it.
Oh, yeah, like land turn right here. Oh, it'd just be so bad. All right, yeah, here we go. Ah, look at that. You wanted to cut him. No, sir. Gah! Still gonna die.
That would be explanation friendly right there.
Oh, yeah. He'd be
He
dead
just
if
plays land.
you reanimated Niv Mizzet. That's true. Niv Mizzet would be probably very good in this matchup. Results-based commentary. What do you mean? Nothing that I have done here is remotely results-based. It's all just hard fact. Are we Thoughtseizing? It's
No,
not a
you're-
land. We know it's not a land. I think I'm supposed to Thoughtseize. No, I can't terminate. All right, fine. We have to wait.
Yeah, like what? I was like,
Oh,
what?
no.
You
Our
can't
decks...
terminate
We've gotten
it.
so punished for everything. Not grabbing the swamp. Not grabbing, like... Oh, gosh. Everything's awful.
Yeah, our sequencing's so bad. Maybe that's why we're better with Jund. And Jund's
Sequence is just easier.
super easy. Jund's
Right.
so easy.
That can happen. A swamp! Perfect! Now we can cast Anger of the Gods.
Wait a minute. No, we cannot. What could his heart card be? Watch
If
it
it's
just be a
Proclamation, we
land.
cannot win.
Dude, it's just a land. He's just
There's
shame
two
holding.
cards. There's two cards. It's two
Well,
cards.
I mean, no, his one card that one turn was just a land. He was just shame holding it because he got stubbed. He's like, oh, I can't let him know.
Shame holding. Well, I mean, if it's a land here, it probably is, right? Oh, it's still in hand. Ah, that's actually a good one. Okay. What can we do?
Yeah, we could Snapcast Terminate.
Snap Schlerminate. So they can't regenerate it. That's the big brain plays.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, we'll play the land. I was trying to think of a reason not to play land. I can't think of one. I don't want to Thoughtseize, right? Right? Don't. They've linked that land.
I mean,
You guys found a deck worse than Judd? That's not true. It
you
won
have a push,
cheapy.
right? You have a push?
Yeah, we have a
in the
push.
graveyard.
Alright, fine. We're
Maybe
passing.
you are supposed to Thoughtseize. Oh, did
No,
we-
I don't want to. Because
What's the difference between 4 and 6?
being able to take a Vexing Devil? I don't know. Oh, Daddy, yes, yes.
That's good.
Please no, please, Daddy, no Atarka's Command. All right, do your thing.
You know what plays around Tarkus command? Thoughtseizing it.
That's not even true. If it was the top of the library, would have got a Goblin Grenade, a Goblin Gun. We'd have felt really
Well.
dumb. All right, I'm gonna see if this is a land. Oh, it's a Scalding Tarn. Tilt. Now we can actually beat a whatever it is. What's the card called, kid? Whatever. Am I supposed to terminate here instead of push? I think I am supposed to terminate because like it's the
Yeah, I
less
think so
mana
too.
efficient
In
one.
case you draw like more Snapcasters, you
Yes.
more efficient. I don't know what they play that's not pushable.
Let that happen.
That's terminatable.
Black. Red.
Kill.
Kill it.
Get out the house.
Outta
Please
here.
no.
Get out of here. Alright. Please no Atarka's Command, Daddy. Block. Well, I guess we could beat an Atarka's Command. We have an Anger of the Gods. Alright. We traded.
Sick.
We got the trade we wanted. And they're passing. And we have an Abrade, which means you can fetch a tap land. I'm not Thoughtseizing, right? If it's a Proclamation. Proclamation is the only thing they can't cast. Right? Or it could be a Tarkus Command, but they would have cast it there. So it's not a Tarkus Command. It could be Path to Exile. No, they would have cast that. What would they not have cast?
Path.
Path.
I mean, Path's really all I can think of.
It could be a land. Do we want a Thoughtseize? This is a tough one for me, honestly.
I don't know what well, we're gonna have to go to 3 when we fetch. I don't think you.
Yeah, we don't want to go to 3 without
if
a
you
bolt.
Thoughtseize and then you have to fetch for Anger the Gods, then you go to...
Yeah, no, you're right. We have to, basically, if we Thoughtseize, we're committing not to casting Anger of the Gods.
Yeah.
And, like, actually, Anger of the Gods beats a Proclamation of Rebirth anyway. So, never mind. We just don't care. I don't care.
Many haste creatures.
That can stay in play. We have an Abrade for that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Would you like to take 2 damage? I would not. Would not like to take 2 damage.
I think you're supposed to wait on Abrade, though, right?
Yeah, in case we draw a creature.
Yeah.
Steamits or Blood Crypt? Blood Crypt. They're not going to be 2 life. Alright, here we go. Boop. Bauble. Cast. Do we bauble them or ourselves? I think we're supposed to bauble them.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to draw the card immediately. What would bobbling...
No, I might inform whether or not we like...
to do it immediately, though. I guess you probably should in case they draw a haste threat and, like, pushes on top of it.
I mean, if we draw a Snapcaster Mage, I think we'd rather cast that and start, like, attacking.
Yeah. Okay, then you probably are supposed to do it immediately.
They have an Arid Mesa on top of their deck. That's good for us. So, I don't know what their card in hand is, but they have an Arid Mesa. Yeah, let's draw a card.
I mean...
Collective Brutality. That's one where these cards are going to get equity.
Very good one.
Alright. Make them commit to combat.
Kill idiot. Well... Oh, we weren't playing around a Tarkus Commander, actually. Rip us, whatever. Hopefully they don't have it.
Oh yeah, hopefully they don't have it. They don't have it. Well, no one of the cards is an Arid Mesa, so the other cards would have to be a Tarkus Command. Not a Tarkus Command! Come on, make it a mopey creature so I can snipe it. I just want all 3 modes. No, what the heck is this? What is this? Oh gosh, I don't know whether or not to hold this Collective Brutality.
I mean, I really do think it's Path.
Alright, if you think it's Path, then we're fine where we're at, and we just want to play this and pass. We have nothing that kills us in 1 shot.
The issue, though, is if it isn't, if there's some odd reason it is a burn spell and there's waiting on a burn spell...
I mean, they would just cast it in response.
If it's Path, you're going to...
It's a shame land. They think it's a shame land. No Thoughtseize.
I do think it's a shame land. I actually kind of think it's a shame land.
You think it's a shame land?
Like, that's what either that or Path are my 2 biggest things.
Everybody's on shame land. All right. What was the card we just saw? Windswept Teeth. All right. You're so positive it's shame land. All right, I'm here for it. Everybody's on shame land. Why are they holding priority at the beginning of combat? Gosh, and we have to win the next one in 8 minutes because like we've just like tanked so hard on all these decisions. Oh my god!
Here comes Bolt.
Was this it? No, that was the card we do. That was the card we do. All right. What we got?
Now I think I actually am just...
Hey!
Okay, look for Path.
Look for Path is actually very good.
Look for Path, gain some life.
Escalate 2 modes. Yeah, I mean, the only 2 modes I can do. Thank you. Choose target opponent. Yeah, that one. Choose target opponent. You're an opponent. Discard
this
Thoughtseize.
This Thoughtseize not do anything.
All right. Give me some life. Look for Path to Exile. What you got? Let's look and see if it's Shameland. Shameland! It's Shameland, chat.
Hilarious, man.
It's Shameland.
That's just
I'm surprised if they conceded it also would have 100% been Shameland, right?
Yeah. I'm surprised they didn't concede. That's so funny.
You committed to Shameland. Come on, guys. Like, what are we doing? You committed. That exile is probably egregious. I think I exiled a spell over a Bauble, but whatever.
Dude, whatever.
Chat can flame me.
Whatever.
Oh yeah. All right, we're in a lot better shape. We're at 7. We got a Gurmag. We're doing it. It's F6 past their turn. Nothing we do matters this turn. It's a Shameland, chat. We did it. Hey, that's a really good draw. All right, I think they're dead. Wait, are they just dead? This is literally just lethal. All right, cool.
Yeah, they're dead.
They're dead-arino.
They're dead unless they have some wacky Blessed Alliance shenanigans.
Blessed Alliance. Oh, that's fine. I'll take that. Your opponent loses 2 life, you gain 2 life. Yes, that's you. You are my opponent that will be losing 2 life, and I will be gaining 2 life. Burn you! I'm the burn deck now. What are you doing? Tarkus command me. I can't gain life. Alright, sure, that's fine. Bolt me. Deal. And, like, we still know the forest in hand? Pew pew! Pew pew pew! Oh, we got 7 minutes to win this game to their 12. Okay.
Yeah,
All
We've
right.
been talking a lot.
Yeah, we have. All right, let's try to play a
One
little
stub
faster.
out. One stub needs to come out.
Over what? What do we want? What do we
I
want
don't
in this
know.
deck?
Angler.
Honestly, I
something.
almost kind of want this.
Okay, that's fine.
Just like
It's
more
probably
removal
acceptable.
spells. Like the discard spells are kind of OP, but so are the removal spells. That game was super interesting. I agree. That game had a lot of play to it. I mean, anytime you're playing against some of these like more fringy decks, it's like a lot of friend. Let's get out all of the stubs. I don't know about that one, Chief. They're an Artarka's Command, Lightning Bolt, Path to Exile, and Proclamation of Rebirth deck. I think stub can still be very good. And it was in that game. Honestly, like, we're boarding stub out after it was like probably the game winner in that game. Command is slow. I mean, yeah, so is Liliana last
Command
hope.
is a little slow. Like, honestly, Command and Last Hope are both. I don't know. I haven't played against this deck a lot, but I could see
Okay.
only one of those two cards.
I mean,
Whatever.
I agree.
At this point, I'm just.
We're committed.
I'm just curious
Hey,
to
it's
see
just
what's
got a
up.
shadow. That's a keep. I've been missing you, buddy. We needed you a lot last game.
Well, how long do we have to win?
We have 7 minutes, and we got a plan. We have 7 minutes and a dream.
I think we can do it.
Are we just fetching tap lands here? Are we fetching like island? No, we have to like fetch a shock land at some point. Question is like, what are we doing with it, right? Like, we fetching island Thought Scour and then going like we're gonna make them do a bunch of work here, right? Make them do all the
I
work.
mean, he's not burn. He's not burn.
Pelt Collector, that's a scary one. He is
Does that
not
one have
burned.
Death Touch or something if it gets bigger?
He gets trample when it gets bigger. Oh wow, Daddy, this is actually a turn 2 angler, right?
Yeah, it's a turn 2 angler. I mean, obviously, but so I think we want to bauble ourselves, and if we like it, we don't. We don't fetch. If we don't like it, we fetch and just bauble yourself.
But
Bauble
why?
yourself
But
and-
we want a Thought Scour anyway, right?
Yeah.
How do we? Like, we can't Thought Scour on turn
Bauble-
1 and bobble.
No. Yes, you bauble yourself. If you like it, you draw it.
I draw it. Okay.
Thought Scour end of turn.
Oh, that's so. Look at you. You have the biggest brain. Why do I have such a small
see?
brain? All right. Yeah. Whatever. It's a terminate. I think I like that one.
Okay, so then you just play that. You'll draw the Terminate and Thought Scour yourself whenever.
This might have been the wrong land. I think I have to. This commits to fetch shocking.
Well, if you're not fetch shocking, you can't even cast Terminate. That.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
So
fine.
this could be a swamp actually. We can fetch Steam Vent Swamp.
Yeah.
We're all right. I think that's what we're gonna do.
Steam Vent Swamp.
What
It's
is
fine.
this? This is Spark Elemental. Oh, that makes this a 3/3, but they attacked for 5. Okay. That actually makes our shadow very good.
Yeah.
Okay. This is actually going to be a super interesting game as well. I'm really excited about this. I think we're favored just knowing our information, but I don't know what they have. It looks like they don't have a land, which is just great. Fetch. No land is very, very good for me, because the longer they don't have Proclamation or Rebirth, the better off we are. I cannot see my Steam Vents. Steam Vents. Yes. Blue, Thought Scour me. What do we hit? Double Snapcaster? Drew Grim Lavamancer? That's very interesting. Alright.
Yeah, I don't think
We have Lavamancer Gurmag turn,
we
right?
have Gurmag Angler Lava. Yeah. Gurmag Lavamancer, right?
Yeah,
And
I
then
like
we have
that. I like
Looting
that.
to power up. We have Looting.
We have Looting and Thought Scour. Like, we have just a great
Thought
turn
Scour
next
to
turn.
power it up. Okay. We might want to shock actually, so that we can
Awkward.
whatever.
Tried to play a little bit faster here, sorry.
That's fine. If we shocked, we should have probably went Death Shadow anyways.
Yeah, I agree. I think the Shadow's
I
just
was
going to be better
thinking-
later.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright, this cleans up all their small stuff, and we have Gurmag Angler and Stonewall the big guy. If they're stuck on one land, I think this is best play no matter what. Like, I don't want to play Shadow.
Yeah.
Like, we just want to keep our life total padded, and we'll beat him down with this. Like, I have a Terminate for this, too. Like, honestly, next turn might just be Terminate attack. Like let's just press our advantage if they're missing land drops.
Yeah.
This turn could have been Angler Shadow. I don't like Angler Shadow as this turn. That's what I was just describing. Play Dash Shadow. Everybody wants it. Oh, no! I mean, I'll trade this off. I think I'm willing to trade this. Right? Right? Am I taking 5? It's a 5/3 trample.
I think you can take 5.
Oh, I hate taking 5. That puts us to 6. We died at a bolt.
Okay, sure. I mean, you can block. Yeah, blocking's.
Like, we can block. Yeah, I just want to block. I think it's safest to block. I think blocking just makes the most sense.
Sure.
Like, they get Rancor back, whatever, but I like blocking.
I would very much like to hit a land, and we did.
Perfect.
Perfect.
All right, so now we fetch Shock Shadow.
No, I think you just play Shadow now. You don't have to do anything.
And I'm not
I
attacking
guess,
this
I guess it's a little awkward if they have a ball. You have to hold it up. Maybe I don't like holding up the fetch land for the.
You just want to fetch Shock now?
But I think that's fine.
You want to pass?
We could. Just pass. Just pass.
Okay.
Just pass, and then we can just like Thought Scour ourselves. If he just does.
Wait, I want to attack, right?
Yeah, sure. That's fine too.
I think attacking is actually right, which is weird. Like we have Terminate, and we also have like a Shadow. Like I just don't think anything they do matters really.
Yeah. The worst case scenario is they have Path to Exile.
I like this. I like playing this conservatively because we have a padded life total. Like the block, I think means that we play like this.
Yeah.
This is a Spark Elemental. What is this?
Bolt targeting Shadow.
Deal.
Explanation friendly.
Yes. Yes. I'll take it.
That would be a very friendly play.
That would be very, very friendly.
I think
Dryad Militant. That's a deal. All right.
It's fine.
All right. We're just gonna. I think we're just gonna Lavamancer this down.
We probably should have on the stack Thought Scoured, but whatever. It's fine.
Yeah, let's Thought Scour. Do I want to fetch Shock? Oh yeah, I'm so dumb. Wait, what do we hit? We have 3 spells? Jeez. All right. I'm gonna hold this at the Thought Scour then. Should I fetch a tap land? Is that egregious?
Probably. It's fine. No, fetch Shock. You have Temur Battle Rage. What are we doing?
Oh yeah, we should be attacking.
We should almost just be able to kill this guy.
Yeah, it's gonna be a 2-turn hit, right? Let's grab
fetch Shock.
Blood Crypt?
Yeah, sure.
That's fine. This makes snapping maybe a little weird, but alright. Which means we maybe shouldn't have done this in step. Whatever, I don't really care. Done caring, playing bad. Playing quick and loose. So let's use this to shoot this, targeting this, using this and this. Boop, bye. And then we still keep Terminate up, and we have Thought Scour up, so we can attack for 5, and then they're dead. Because I think we can Lavamancer ourselves and kill them. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's currently the plan. If they don't like bolt us or something, we're just gonna Lavamancer ourselves. If they bolt Lavamancer, that's a Goblin Guide, sure.
That's fine.
No attacks. Insta. Thought Scour ourselves. Terminate. Terminate. Move. Oh wait, no, we can just Temur Battle Rage plus attack with Lavamancer. We don't have to Lavamancer ourselves, and we have a bolt too. Never mind. All roads lead to Rome. Boop! Look at that. We won in 7 minutes. Actually, we won in 3. You're dead, kid. This Sweatson person has had enough of me today. I wonder if it's the same league. I wonder if they played me with 2 different decks in the same league. Is that even possible? I don't know if that's possible or not. You dead. Dead, Euler.
Jeez, man. This guy like beat me with Jun. Now he's beating me with Shadow.
Beat me with Shadow. But we already dropped a game, so we're already worse than Shadow. All right, chat. I need to use the bathroom. Go drink a lot of water.
We dropped a game.
Kid, if you want to field some of the chat a little bit while I'm gone, feel free. I'll be back in about a minute.
There's questions. Oh, man. Nuke life total, scours and speed, be a man. This turn could have been Gurmag Angler Shadow. Could it have? I thought that was the turn where we fetched the Steam Vents end of turn and then couldn't have done both and we had to do the Lavamancer. We could have done Shadow instead though, which I think we probably should have. I don't know. I didn't really think about it too. This is my first time streaming, so I'm kind of learning this like hard to keep up with everything going on and also thinking and talking out your plays. And 1 theoretical, leave out 2 mana. But how do they play Path when they have Stomping Ground? Well, if they had a second land in Path, that would be the disaster, right? I mean, they were missing land drops that whole time, so this has hurt me so much. The Shame land was pretty, because like there are so many times if you actually have a spot, like playing it is just so sad. So. Figured it was a Shave land. If you grabbed Grave, you could have Scour, but Drake was committed to basic. Yeah, I think the basic swamp there was probably wrong with the Temur Battle Rage. I think we were supposed to just kind of hurt ourselves and, go nuts.
All right, thank you all for waiting. We've been live for about 3 hours, 50 minutes, almost 4 hours. What's going on, Brendan? That's Brendan McClarley. What's going on, brother? Been live for almost 4 hours now. We played Jund earlier in this league. Had a super good time. Michael is a Jund aficionado. He's also a Shadow player. And yeah, we're 1-0 currently. Not 1-0, 2-0, but that's okay. That's all right. We're still going to get that 5-0. But
for Mr. Brendan here, while we have him, our last league was with Jund. We went 5-0, 10-0, and we beat Tron.
Beat Tron.
2-0.
The player.
And we beat Scapeshift.
And we beat
2-0.
It's a shame Shadow isn't a warrior because there's an MTG coward quote, which would be perfect. He's also just a player in general. Fair. That's true. I'm talking about you, kid. You are a player.
Oh, I am just a player in general.
This hand seems very good. I like this hand. If push is bad, though, it's really depressing.
Okay, listen here, Teddy Jr. Talking about friendly.
Whoa! Don't make me re now. Okay, I'm sorry. The re thing was rude. But still, like, I get into this, like, friendly enough. The friendlies are the same as the competitives. You're just gambling with more money. It has the same caliber of players and the same decks.
We have build your own opt interaction.
Keep this. Yeah, I don't know why I'm still thinking about it. Build your own opt.
Bauble yourself.
Bauble yourself? All right.
Yeah, if you like it, then you play the
Blood Crypt. Otherwise you do this? All right,
yeah.
All right, that's fine.
Got all the cantrips. I know all the things.
It's a Thought Scour.
Basically,
do we like Thought Scour?
Shadow Master.
Do we like Thought Scour?
No, I don't think so. You have enough things to do with your mana.
All right.
I just get the Watery Grave.
Get the Watery Grave, he says.
Get the Watery Grave.
MTGO bug. Fair. Oh no, what is this? This is probably a deck we cannot beat.
I should probably like go to. Oh wow. You know, the first time open I ever played Shadow again, I killed this. I beat somebody playing this deck on my turn 3, their turn 2, with Shadow.
And just mowed them down. All right, what's the take here? I like taking Thalia a little bit. Thalia's annoying. We have a bunch of pushes.
Yeah.
Like, Lingering Souls, like, we're just never taking that card. We might take Flicker Wisp later.
We could conceal information by leaving them with the Tidehole or Sculler, but...
We are going to leave them with the Tidehole Sculler. We're just going to take the Thalia, right?
Or by taking the Tidehole... Yeah, I think Thalia is probably a little better.
I think so, too. I think my plan is to take Thalia Flicker Wisp with these Thoughtseizes and, like, push the Tidehole Sculler.
This looks like a matchup where we're kind of...
We drew Thought Scour anyway. Motobug! Tapland, go. The old Tapland, go. Alright. Stubborn Denial. That's very interesting.
We get half a Lingering Souls.
Yikes. Alright, I'm gonna probably play a Tapland.
No, I think you want to shock Thoughtseize.
Alright.
Do we need to get a Death Shadow online?
I mean, we're gonna get hit by this deck, right? Like, they're gonna Mopey, like, Spirits us down.
We're gonna stub half of it.
We're gonna stub half of it. The man with a plan. They drew a land. Take Flicker Wisp. Get out of here. Alright, big flyers are a no thank you. Alright, we're gonna stub it. We're gonna stub it. We're stub it all. We're probably actually just like pushing this thing instead of Thought Scouring, but whatever. This can happen.
Yeah. Shocking lets us do both though. And if we get a Shadow, we can get it online quicker, which
fair.
It's probably pretty good.
I'd imagine. Shadow is the name of the deck, so I imagine it's pretty good. Yo, this stream looks lit. If we have Sasser Kid McClarley stream sometime, that's a lot of people. I don't know if that much going on.
And who?
And McClarley, Brendan. I wouldn't mind having you on my stream though, Brendan. If you want to try to hook.
And Brendan.
Yeah, I would. If you want to like try
Brendan
to
on as well.
Scour here. Why did you want to scour here, Teddy?
I actually kind of. You know what? Teddy's actually right. I think we should have scoured.
Why?
Because I think next turn, so we can hold for the soft stub for the Lingering Souls.
Oh, I see.
And
You
next
like
turn,
want to stub?
push.
I don't know. I don't think it's gonna matter that much. Like I guess this turn like we did get directly punished because we could push plus stub, but like I don't know. I wanted to hold the Thought Scour for longer.
I think we're just gonna be sitting here with this thing for a while. Yeah.
Stub.
Yeah, we might be getting a little punished. I think Teddy was right.
Yeah.
I didn't think about it too much. Yeah, I think Teddy was right. Good call.
Teddy being smart and thin.
Yeah.
Never mind. Never punished. Boop. Watch us get punished with like a Snapcaster or something. Faithless Looting. That's a weird one. I don't know how to sequence this. Like, the stub's probably bad. Maybe we just, like, want to cast Faithless Looting and look to discard the stub.
Yeah, the stub is probably bad.
And we want to try to find a threat?
Doing it, though, so, like, I'm tempted to just say go.
I don't think anyone wants to see a Tron shift stream. I don't know. People watch my shift streams. 33rd at the Classic for a reason. What a professional.
I want to go shock go.
Shock go.
Yeah, just, like, we're going to want 3 lands, and we just hold off on the... Just turn this Faithless Looting into more of a brainstorm, right?
Oh, sure. If you say so.
I mean, it's not like we're egregiously behind.
I think their turn is like obvious. Though. They just like flash this back, and it's good against all of this.
That's true.
I mean, they have a million lands. They don't really have anything else going on either.
Maybe we shouldn't have shocked. Maybe we should have just gone tap land go. Because the Lingering Souls. I don't know. I just think we're going to draw a Death Shadow like a Skilled Magician.
Like a Skilled Magician. They still have a Caves in hand. They have at least 1 land in hand.
Yeah, just free information. Sweet.
Yeah, they've been giving a lot of free information, to be honest. I don't really understand it. Definitely looting here. Teddy says definitely looting, so we're just butchering it all. I don't know about this one, Chief.
This is a very interesting play.
You can't push it.
Yeah, we can do that. I mean, I think it's fine trading. Oh, we can't?
No, we don't have Revolt, right? Oh, wait, no, we can't. It's a land. I'm so dumb. I was like, yeah, this costs 3 mana to activate. All right. I took 2, too. I'm so dumb. Actually, the 2 might not matter. But I still want to push it.
That was interesting.
You're interesting.
Interesting exchange.
Do we cast this Faithless
Looting? So that we waited on Faithless... Well, their deck...
The deck plays what?
Now that we waited, they put that to exile.
Oh, so like you want the stub now? Oh, plus it's stub. Like we can stub the other half of the Lingering Souls. No,
Yeah,
you're
it's
right.
even stubs half the Lingering Souls. Maybe we do. See, this is kind of why I didn't want to loot, is because like the more cards you wait, like it wasn't like we were in a ton of trouble. So
I kind of want to hold up 2 mana in case they go Thalia path. They need land Thalia path, but we know they have the land.
I mean, your graveyard's loaded. You have a Faithless Looting. You can probably like Gurmag again if you have another
one. It's really corner case, but I think I want to do it. So I am. Stubborn's bad. We're gonna have another one anyway. Inquisition's just going to be bad. So it's Thoughtseize, and we need black. I left the Bloodstained Mire. God, I'm dumb. Should have left the discard spell. Awkward.
It's whatever. This
is like stuff I would never mess up in paper too. It's just like really awkward. It's like a lot of these like delve like mistakes I just never would mess up in paper, but like online, like because the clicking is like so obnoxious, I'm just like whatever. I don't know. I wonder if you guys could hear that. There's some sirens outside of my apartment.
I can't hear it.
Okay, cool. There's only 1 removal to pass, so it's worth keeping just gate. Definitely looting here. Eldrazi Displacer. It's awkward.
It's pretty annoying.
Yeah. Yeah, it is quite annoying. Boop.
So now we might... Okay, well now we need to looting.
Looting. Discard. Oh. It's weird because like, we're going to want this fetch later. I mean, this is fine. Because they don't have enough mana to blink both, so they can't start attacking. It looks like just Denial Tarn, but I kind of want the Tarn later for push, so that we can push this, but whatever. We're just going to try to draw.
Yeah, I also think... Yeah, the Lingering Souls is also so good that... The Lingering Souls could be good.
We should attack with Gurmag here, right?
Yeah,
is that egregious?
I think so.
I don't think that's egregious, yeah. Just like get the race on. Alright.
No, if they want to blink and attack, it's probably fine.
Yeah, blink attack is probably just great for us, right? Like we just get back, they just get back swung like super hard.
Yeah.
And stub like insulates us against a lot of nonsense.
It's 3 mana to activate.
Yeah, it's 2 and a colorless specifically. They only have 1 colorless source
so 3.
too. So even if they start making land drops, they need another colorless source. Like actually pushing this Shambling was really good. Oh, there's another one. All right, well they might be able to blink in 2 turns. Double blink. It's awkward. I'll block, I promise. Okay. I don't know what punishes me for this, but I'm going to do it. I found the line! Damage. Okay?
What?
Hello? Am I missing something,
Blessed
Chet?
Alliance, have you guessed some light? Dismember?
Wasteland Strangler. Alright. I'm actually pretty okay with this. Oh, I just moved this. Oh man, I'm so bad. Alright. Very interesting.
I mean, that seems acceptable.
Yeah. Alright. I definitely am okay trading with a displacement. Maybe this just means they have another one, right? Like, I don't know what this could feasibly mean. You flashback through Lingering Souls anytime? I really want to Stubborn Denial it, and they're not letting me.
It'd be really nice if they did it here so we could just, like, instantly flash.
Yeah, I agree. Well, I don't know why they're not. Like, why would make them not?
Maybe they're friendly enough that they don't know. Just kidding.
No, they found it. They found it. I mean, it highlights it for you on Moto. Surely that's not it.
Yeah,
Snapcaster Mage. That's a deal. We can, like, snap, block, and then we have push up. Cool.
Yeah, I think I would just attack. If they are fine with chumping, that would be great. But they won't.
They won't. No, they won't. They're ahead on life.
They're not that friendly.
They're not that friendly. We're just drawing hot. We're just doing the old Jund. We're just going to draw hot anyway, chat. We're going to draw hot anyway. All right, what's the plan here? We block? I guess we could, like, here's the question. Do we target push, and then that way it insulates us from, like, them playing any creatures? It also insulates us from, like, if they have removal spell, right? Whereas, if we do, like, Thought Scour, we're guaranteed to get equity off of it instead of just, like, turning it into a block when they don't play stuff.
Do we want... I mean, what is this? Just a 3-power creature?
It's a 3/2. So we could just, like, snap then block.
I mean, we could just take it.
We could take it. That feels...
And that plays around everything.
I mean, it doesn't play around us like them playing a bunch of flyers. Like, if they have, like, Lingering Souls, Flashback, Lingering Souls, we're just dead.
I mean, yeah, that would be pretty bad.
Oh, would it?
They don't. I mean, it's probably your call.
I think I want to snap. I think I want to try to flash in a Snapcaster Mage, and I want to try to block.
The issue I have is I'd probably target Thought Scour.
I'm going to target Thought Scour. Because even if they remove it, like, I'm fine taking it, I think. Like, if they're using a removal spell here. What's chat want to do? I would take it here. What a savage.
Yeah, I mean, I think I would have taken it too, just because it lets you know what you're doing with the Snapcaster, and I don't think there's a huge, like...
But, like, we're just so ahead. Like, this board sit here, it feels so ahead. I don't understand.
Yeah, I mean...
Lucky.
Yeah, we got hit with the link.
Alright. There's a bunch of Lingering Souls. I don't really know how we beat this. Okay.
Yeah, Lingering Souls is pretty good against Shadow.
Noted.
Unfortunately.
Blue. We're bringing Surgical for him. That's how we get him.
No.
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 Yes! Slow cards.
Okay, so, remember when I said the things about having so...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
Look at
we
my
might...
card.
Should have flashback Faithless... I don't know. We might should have flashback Faithless Looting instead of playing these baubles.
Well, I think I want to play the first one, right? Leonin Arbiter? Sure. Maybe not. I don't know. I think I want to flashback. I wanted to flashback Looting on 1. I wanted to cast one and flashback Looting on 1.
Okay.
But maybe that's just dumb.
Yeah, I don't super understand why.
This is awkward.
Yeah, I mean, I'd probably just... I mean, I think I'd been Thought Scour in the land and then play the Bauble.
Yeah, now we just actually Bauble. I don't know what we're hoping to hit, though. I guess we're hoping to attack, they don't block, and then hit.
Well, don't Bauble them yet.
Yeah.
If they could have the stupid white-black artifacty dude.
What white-black artifacty dude?
The guy that could take
I mean, we're going to draw a card anyway.
Yeah, but I mean, if the second card down...
Sure.
If the second card's down, and also, like, you get more information if you just,
I'm fine with no matter what their answer is. Like, I like Chump, because Chump means that we're not dead in 2 hits.
Yeah.
But they do have Leonin Arbiter that we know coming up.
I mean, that's just a dumb ground pounder, so who cares? Nobody cares.
Awkward.
Yeah, now you can just target them with the other Bauble, if you want.
I haven't targeted
I mean,
myself with any of the baubles yet, but we're gonna do it.
No, I mean them now. Just like you could do it now at any point, because you definitely want to draw another card.
It's interesting they're playing around Temur Battle Rage so hard.
Yeah, this is.
H. Rollins, damn, I went and ate dinner and came back and this still isn't Legacy. You're just so unlucky. I was so unlucky, H. Rollins.
Yeah, same.
Chat wanted to take that one hit. We would have been dead arena. Eldrazi Temple? Sure. Alright.
Cool. More lands. I mean, the board is the problem now. Just need to hope they keep drawing nothing.
Well, they obviously have something. Oh, jeez.
Yikes.
A big flyer. Alright, I
Good.
think we're probably dead. I don't know what we can hit.
2 cards coming.
Alright, let's see. Lots of things. Hopefully. Good card. Terminate plays. Guess we should attack, try to like million for them as much as possible.
Well, let me think about this. If you attack, they do no blocks, then you're actually just dead on the backswing.
They're scared.
Yeah, the issue is if you just wait, then you're probably just dead. I don't know. I feel like I feel like we're supposed to not attack, but
Well, I think we're done, so I'm attacking. Hopefully they jump. I imagine they're just going to jump. If they don't, I'll concede. Yes. Now we got to win. Look how professional I am.
I mean, the issue here is that this isn't actually doing anything.
What do you mean? It does
Well,
everything.
I mean, like them chumping, like next turn we're gonna take 4 down to 1, and then be facing down 2 flyers again. It's like, how do we
Yeah.
get out? How do we get out from? Like my
Yeah.
line, I think if we just wait, we might be drawing to specifically like Death Shadow and Temur Battle Rage on top of our deck or something.
It has to be
don't
both.
actually
It'd have to be like
know.
Faithless Looting into both or something like that. The
Yeah,
second
it'd
Faithless
be like
Looting
some
into all
weird
Exacxes
line.
or something like that. Yeah, you might be right. Ha!
Whereas now I think.
How about just
well,
dead anyway?
We're dead anyways.
Alright, you got me. Alright. Dang. Alright, creature removal. Dot deck. Get it in. Get it in. Get it in here. I want this too. I want this too. Do I want this? Do I want these? How many of these do I want?
I don't think you want any of those.
Any of these 3?
I think you want Lavamancer. I don't think you want the other 2.
Okay. And we don't want Street Wraiths, right? Street Wraiths bad?
No, I think you want some. I think I'd shave like 1 Street Wraith.
One Street
I'd
Wraith.
shave 1 Street Wraith, at least 2 of the Stubborn Denials, if not all.
I don't want them all out the deck. They're mopey.
And then I think I'd probably cut 1 of the Battle Rages. Like, it can be good. I mean, I could even see both coming out, but I think it can be good.
They have Lingering Souls. I think we need 1.
Yeah, like having 1 access to. I can see Faithless Looting, like trimming 1, and then like. They have Rest in Peace a lot of times, so.
Jeez. Well, our only answer to that is Engineer Explosives and discard spells, so.
Well, I mean, the Gurmag Angler, you could trim a Gurmag.
The thing is, we're so low on threats already, and they're going to have paths, right? Like, so, like, how are we actually killing them? We are so low on threats.
I mean, just Lavamancer them out of the game, shadowing them.
I mean, that's
I
not
don't
going to
know,
work
they
under a
don't
Rest
play,
in
like, a
Peace.
They don't play a ton. I mean, they're not like Jund or something. Like, you don't run, like Jund or Control or something. This deck grinds like pretty well. We have like Liliana, the Last Hope, is a good win con too. Like, I think we're fine trimming a win con here.
I still don't like Street Wraith very much, to be honest.
Why?
I don't know. It just seems like they're like that puts us in a position to get punked out by flyers. Like kind of like what just happened, right? Like I think
mean,
what just happened is
maybe.
not an uncommon thing. We have sweepers, but like I just don't think it's done. Whatever, we'll try cutting a Gurmag. We'll try it. You're the expert here. We're trying it. Boop.
Yeah, I'm not big. I mean, I could see like 1 stub or something crazy and like, you know, over a Street Wraith or something silly. Just 1 to have access to possibly, but then if you have like
Boarding in
this
3 drops,
one,
Wrath technically gives you a chance to hit 3 lands. Wraith theoretically. Oh, I see. You want more like Wraith is like cantrips to hit your land drops because we're boarding in expensive spells. That's a reasonable argument, Teddy. That's actually really reasonable. All right, fine. We have Wraiths. Jeez. How about 5 lands, Lavamancer, Thought Scour? Huh?
Wait, what?
5 lands, Lavamancer,
my
Thought
God.
Scour? Come on. Huh? 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 I think I'm off it.
I mean, again, I've been mulliganing a ton into the ground with this deck and dying, so like, I
It's
think
gonna be great.
it's probably slightly below average, and man,
Mulligan into the ground.
this is just happens all the time.
I mean, you're playing a low land count deck. Keep. Good. Yes.
It's a good hand.
Tap land. No. Go.
What is with you and your tap land?
No. We have 2 fetch
What
lands.
is
We're
with
fine.
you?
This puts us to 14. We'll be Gucci. Trust me. You have to
Do you
trust
know
me.
what life total you have to be at? To play
We
this
have
battle?
to take 1 hit from the thing. We have to take 1 hit. This is fine. We're going to get hit.
I mean,
Kid, you have no
I
faith.
assume-
We're going
I
to take a lot of
assume
incidental
people-
damage. I think you're too aggressive. I think you're too aggressive with your life loss. I want to try being a little more conservative. What is
the
this?
issue is if you're playing against somebody who is. I mean, that's why I would prefer playing the fetch land. It gives you the option.
Oh, yeah, that probably would have been better. But, like, I knew I wanted the card on top, right?
I don't know what you said. You cut out, but
It gives us... So, like... I knew I wanted the card on top, so, like, fetching just, like... Doesn't do what I wanted to do.
no, you're not fetching an end of turn right there.
So you're just, like, not playing a land. Alright, fine. Ah!
That also lets us have 2 lands going into the. Having the stupid guy that whatever the guy
What?
like 2 mana to fetch or something.
Oh, Leonard Arbiter? Yeah. Actually, yes, that's true. Leonard Arbiter's a good argument. Boop.
Yeah,
Ah!
like, you just play all your fetch, have all your fetch lands in play for when that clown comes out.
Is there merit to Thought Scouring now?
It's probably fine. I mean, if you hit like a
We
Gurmag
can't snap
Angler or
push.
something. I mean, what punishes us? I think is like Eldrazi Temple. No, not even because you just have another Snapcaster. So yeah, I'd probably.
Also, like, discard spells or live hits. I think that's good merit to, like, doing it.
Yeah.
No! There went the discard
More
spell. I
lands.
wanted that.
More lands. Whatever.
I mean, we have Faithless Looting in our deck, right? We
We do
got
have
one.
one.
We have one. We have
Yeah.
one. We can brainstorm it away. Should play fetch to play Red Arbiter. Yeah, well, that's because you're smarter than me.
Teddy's saying so many intelligent things.
Teddy's just so much better at Magic than I am. It's kind of egregious. Why isn't Teddy streaming? Teddy, why don't you stream? Also, like I said, this is why I don't play Shadow for the most part. Is it's just very different from traditional Magic that I like playing. Like, yeah, I take a Snapcaster Mage because I can't respond. This is not your Thought Nuts here.
Yeah, I just don't. Whatever. Every time I play against that card, I'm just like, whatever, man. Take a card. I'll get it back. Who cares? Play
Yeah.
tons of removal.
Boop. Good card. Tilt. So you can just like
No!
snap Fatal Push.
Yeah, I think that is what we were supposed to do.
I'm gonna play one of these lands, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, just play one. Say go.
And then we can like snap Fatal Push this thing or something. Or we can just like snap
What's
try to block.
What's gonna happen
Yeah.
is he's just gonna play Thoughtseize and then
I don't think that's
and
gonna
he's
happen.
just gonna miss
How
like
about Rest in Peace?
noob.
Is that a Thought Nuts here?
That's not cool. Yeah, that's pretty annoying.
It's not great. It's not great. I
Kinda
do
feel
say.
like we're supposed to. Why do I feel like we're supposed to Thought Scour here and like try to trade Snapcaster? Why am I just a madman and want to do that?
I don't know. Because the Snapcaster gets a lot lower equity when the Rest in Peace is in play, so maybe that's
I
fair.
feel like I want to try to trade this Snapcaster with this idiot and just like target the Thought Scour and
All
do
right.
that.
I mean, I also just want to try to draw shadows because it's like the best thing under this, right? Like,
yeah, I really do want to just like.
do we just
dig
mill
deeper.
them?
I mean, sure.
Well, we're not drawing a stub, right?
Wait, did you just let it resolve?
No,
Oh,
I had to
you
let the
let
Snapcaster
okay,
happen.
okay.
Go
Okay.
down.
I was like, Drake, no.
What does milling ourselves do? I don't think it does anything. I'm milling them. Get milled, nerd. Get milled. We milled 2 lands. Tilt.
Gives us more
you
information
dismember?
about. what?
Yeah, what's in their deck for when we lose this game?
Or for what we could draw.
Fair,
You don't
fair.
know your life. You don't know. Never know.
I just like when we have a bunch of one-off sideboard cards. I just like don't like Thought Scour myself near as much. Displacer? Well, that's going to get dismembered, my friend. That is going to get very dismembered. Hello? Block. Yes. I don't know why they accepted that. All right. This is weird. How much life do we want to pay on Dismember? Do we want to full 4? We have 2 fetch lands too.
I mean, I think I would just start by bobbling myself and...
Make your own opt, ladies and gentlemen. Build your own opt.
Yeah, free opt. What is it on top?
I don't know. Is it Mishra's Bauble? Thoughtseize. Yikes.
Well, you don't want that, so I think I would just fetch a Watery Grave tap.
Fetch a Watery Grave tapped, and then what?
Yeah.
Do you want to play this land? I don't want to.
No, I don't think I want to. Yeah, just fetch it tapped and
Pass.
probably just let him attack, hit us, and then, like, if he plays something annoying, like, depending, like, if he plays a Thought on Seer or something, we'd rather kill that. So
Sure. Okay.
I think I would just take it.
So take the hit. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
What happens if they just animate the stupid Shambling Wind or something? I guess they can't. They
Then
only
maybe
really
I
can't.
attack something.
How about
or
Gideon
maybe-
Ally of Zendikar?
Well, that's pretty good.
Well, they
Looks
did
like
it
we're
before
gonna-
combat, so we can like pay for life, try to flash in the Ambush Viper and attack it, right?
Yeah,
That's so bad though.
we can try.
I think we're dead, Jim. I think we're dead. Think we're dead. Alright, well, a bunch of spells we want to stub. Maybe we should leave some stubs in. Maybe this is like a lesson to the matchup that like the best
Yeah,
cards in
I
the sideboard.
Yeah, I don't mind leaving like a stubborn.
Well, since we're gonna get beat down by this thing, I'm paying no life on this. We have a fetch land too. Like, this thing hits for so much, we're just gonna die in like 2 turns anyway.
Yeah, I think this is an all roads don't lead to whatever the opposite of Rome is.
Whatever the opposite of Rome is, we're going there. Hey, perfect! Now I can take their Gideon. I think no matter what we're casting this, I'm casting it. Tilt. Get out of here. Alright. We got...
We should play the fetch land here, actually. I
Yeah, in
think.
case we like...
Somehow.
Well, if they
our
plus an
opponent-
attack, we get to like double ambush Viper and attack back. And then we die anyway. Hey, was that the land we knew about? No. So they're animating Shambling Vents. That's kind of a tilt. Can they ghost quarter themselves and animate the other one? And then like kill me?
No.
Look, they're doing the thing! They're doing the thing! Yeah. I think we're taking all of this.
Well,
9, go to 4, go to 3. Have to draw Shadow, attack this. What do you want to do? I mean, once again, we're probably in all roads don't lead to Rome territory again, but what do you want to do?
I don't know, man.
Oh, I see the line.
That was that one did seem good.
It's poor. Well, thank you
Jeez,
everybody for
man.
still hanging out. We this will be the last league we're playing. We're 2 matches in. We were 1-1. Already doing worse than we were with John. John, we started out 2. What's going on?
Yeah,
If you guys want to see the league we played today, it'll be on YouTube tomorrow. Or if you're watching this from YouTube, it will be available in the other playlist. You can just search by the same date. Why did this move? Moto, please.
Here's an interesting one, just for the future and like people who play Shadow, is, and I know this comes right after we just lost
Lost to
very
what?
result, the Gideon Ally Zendikar, but oh wow, this hand's great,
Yes.
but Dreadbore over that Terminate.
Ooh, Dreadbore. He's a Jund aficionado. Not a Death Shadow aficionado, correct. Hey, Tronular.
Yeah, I played Death Shadow for like when Josh Layton and the people played it in Vancouver. I played the Traverse
Ooh,
version.
This
for
is
a
a
little
Church of
bit after
Gurmag,
that.
right? Was there a Church of Gurmag anyway? No,
Yeah,
you
no,
didn't want
you
that
needed a
to
fetch land.
All right, so we
But
drew it.
now it's turn 2 Gurmag.
All right.
You need either a fetch land or a Street Wraith or a Bauble.
Should we do this main phase to try to hit a Bauble? Is that something we're trying to do?
No, I don't think
Or
so.
Street Wraith or whatever? All right, whatever.
I mean, nah.
Why is Jund unbanned? Because it had to be. If we're playing it on stream, we have to unban it. It can't be banned from the chat while we're streaming it. That's just like, it's just bad deck building. Wait, what?
Oh, they're just like trolling? What?
I don't understand. Maybe they just like F6 through the, almost F6. Oh, yes. This is gas.
I don't understand.
That's
this is
less
not how
gas.
Tron does things.
Tilt. We still just go for it, right?
I mean, yeah.
No, we can bolt them. We can bolt them. This is fine. Right? This works?
Wait, what? No.
No, it doesn't work. It's the same math. I'm so dumb.
It's the same math.
So we just need to hit like a Bauble or a Street Wraith. Let's see. Steam vents? Yeah, I guess we grab steam vents. Yes.
I probably would have just grabbed another Watery Grave, but whatever.
I like having access to the rest, especially with double bolt in hand. Like, I think getting a proactive red source out is good. What are you doing? Mr. Bomboclat. Bomboclat. Mr. Bomboclat. What are we doing? Alright, let's get a Thought Scour. Shadow. Thoughtseize. Let's tilt.
Understand. Bauble. No.
We cannot Gurmag, right?
No. We can't. Maybe our opponent will just like do something with his mana and not be able to relic us, and we can do it next turn.
Yeah. That is a potential. They have one card in hand. I don't know how low they mulliganed, but it must have been very low. I didn't actually even notice this before the game started. No, don't do that to your mic. They mulled to 4. This is a mull to 4. And we're
Wait, what did I do?
I don't know. You like touched your mic and it went like...
Oh.
Bamboo clout means son of a bitch. And, oh, really? I didn't actually know that. Does it really, H-Rollins? That's insane. I did not know that at all. I think we're going to see a Sylvan Scrying here. Exile a card? Sure, that one.
I mean, if they mold so low, maybe not. Right?
What?
I was just saying.
Yeah, no, you might be right. All right.
Because they mold so low, but
I'm just gonna tap and draw. Jeez. Does this cast it yet?
yeah.
Bitch. All right, it does.
The issue is they can respond, and I think we should have bolted them, but I don't. Maybe bolt tips them off.
I think
They
Bolt
should
actually tips them
respond
off.
here. They're just letting. Okay, well.
I guess we'll grab
I
a
mean,
shot.
they can
then?
always just they
Yeah.
can respond to the second one.
Yeah. Well, here we'll do a little Hollywooding. Here's a little bit of Hollywooding. This is what it is. This is what it's gonna tip them off. Ready? Float a blue, then you fetch.
There's no way.
No! All right, cool.
God, we're so dead.
Yeah, we're probably dead. Oh, shock. Yeah.
Oh man.
All right, fine.
Goodness.
Now we can double bolt and instep, and like let's just play it next turn, right? Just don't bolt the instep. Just
Yeah.
let's just play it next turn. We're still fine. We're still fine.
Yeah.
Everything's fine.
I guess.
That's a green land. What do you have? Oblivion Stone? That's awkward. And another relic.
Dude, come on, opponent. Would you please stop?
All right. Are we just bolting him, double bolting instep?
Yeah, I think so.
Because I think we can put one in play even still with this fetch land. Right?
I mean, yeah.
Maybe not.
Oh, wait, can we not?
No.
I don't actually know.
We
5.
can't. I mean, we're close to just being able to hard cast these, so I just don't care anymore. We have the lands for this. This will happen.
3, 4.
Got him. Now we can get him. I guess let's just fetch first.
Yeah, we have to fetch a basic, which is kind of annoying then.
Yeah, I mean, we're out of lands. I just don't want to draw like lands. Tilt! Jeez.
Dude.
Got him.
What the heck?
Gotcha. Look at this. Still playing Gurmags anyway. We really out here playing Gurmags. We out here.
maybe he'll like crack the relic or something.
Yeah, well, if they crack relics, they can't crack O-Stone. So,
yeah.
assuming they just have natural
That's
lands. Yeah.
There are some upsides. This is just
7 mana 5/5s. Draft playable. Oh no, they're holding it up. What do we do?
I mean, we just hit him. Jeez, man. You actually don't have a fetch target for that one.
Yeah, this fetch is dead.
Yeah. So, in other words, let's draw a Faithless Looting, please, one time.
Play this so we can make a decision on those later.
I mean, you definitely want to be playing the lands, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, we have to cast this, right?
Gurmag Angler, yeah.
I cracked the other relic. Alright, sure. I mean, they're obviously just going to hold this forever. Combat. I guess they're going to wait to even take this hit, which is, like, fine. Shock a land in and pass, I suppose. Does that matter?
Yep.
Do I even shock? Shadow's already lethal.
Oh, yeah, I guess not then. Just play it tapped then.
Yeah, and like we can dismember, like we can do tricks with a dismember around a Wurmcoil, like Temur Battle Rage if that comes up. So like we still got plays. Like if they Wurmcoil us, we can like do tricks with dismember. It'll be alright. Sylvan Scrying. Oh no, we might be done.
Well, this has been fun.
It's been fun. It's been real.
It's been fun while it was happening.
All right. I mean, yeah, we can beat
Ballista?
that. We can beat this card.
That. You are one very optimistic.
We have a dismember. We can beat the crap out of that card. We need a shadow here though. Shadow. Thought Scour. Deal. Shadow. How about another land? Does that sound good?
Jeez, man. I mean, you can play Gurmag Angler.
Take 6, go to 2. They died with Temur Battle Rage. All right.
Yeah.
4.
Well, wait, what?
Let's leave 2 up.
Wait,
one
you
exile
get a
over River?
dismember it. If they attack, you get a dismember it.
I don't want to block though. Oh, I see. And then we
they
just
die.
win.
If they attack and if they don't have a payoff, they just die. If they attack, they shouldn't attack. But if they don't have a payoff, they shouldn't attack. I mean, we're very likely dead because they have how.
No, we're not dead. We're not dead. This is fine. This is fine. Tron Ballista would kill you. Well, good thing they don't have that. Make green. Fine. Look, see, they're making green. Please no ancient stirrings. Oh gosh, they have ancient stirrings. I don't think they have a threat. I'll be honest. I don't think they have another threat.
Sylvan Scrying.
They're definitely attacking. I think they're attacking. The fuck, Angler, worm. All right, all right, all right. Attack. You will not.
You dismember it, and you take 1, they gain 1, and they die. The issue is he has to not have a threat. Because the Angler doesn't actually kill Wurmcoil.
Yeah, exactly. We're at 5. We're at 5.
So they gain 1.
So they're 5. Come on.
Please.
Dead. Dead. No, Stone. Come on. That's a threat.
Attack.
Yeah, I mean, we'll make him blow this up,
Attack.
and then we get to block.
They're going to blow it. We're going to play Street Wraith.
We get to block the lifelinker.
Yeah.
What are you tutoring? A land? Buried ruin? What? Come on. Just getting bodied by some friendly. No.
Just whatever. Play it. It's fine. We're going to draw Faithless Looting.
We need a hell of a Faithless Looting. Got him. Check it out. Gets Tron. Best threat.
3. I think the fact you can buy back Wurmcoil and do it in a whole turn, we need him to screw up badly.
Yeah, oh yeah, this has to be a hell of a screw up. But given that they specifically tutored the Baron Rune, I don't think it's happening. Psycho Wraith. Did you say you wanted to cycle this Wraith? Our average draw is horrific. compared to Street Wraith. Deal. I will block. Oh, you found the line. You didn't find the line. All right, block. They have a Ballista? There's no way you have a Ballista. You would just kill me. Why would you make this attack?
I don't understand.
I have no idea. Oh no, they're going to find the line. This is going to hand... Come on. Like, what is this? All right, we need a lot to go right. We need, like, Faithless Looting into some Nutter Butters.
So I agree. We do need a lot.
I mean, it's possible. We just need, like I said, we need Faithless Looting into some Nutter Butters. Faithless Looting. Faithless Looting. Come on!
Okay, yeah, it's not even... It's not even gonna work. Okay, fine. We're dead. We can't even keep it going.
No! Oh, that game was absurdly close for how stupid it was. Alright. Well, it turns out Tron can win on Bulls to 4 if Shadow mulligans to Oblivion. Well, not, I mean, Shadow doesn't mulligan to Oblivion if Shadow draws a million lands. I'm sorry. They mulligan to Oblivion.
Just disappointing.
Yeah, it's real tragic.
What is that other black card over the Anger of the Gods?
Liliana last up?
Liliana? Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, no. Okay.
No, wait, no, there's no way to bring that in. Alright. Tron,
Pushes, Dismember.
Pushes. Do we want bolts? I guess we want bolts.
Probably not a ton of them.
I mean, there's only 2.
I'd probably shave some.
That
Oh, there's
Terminate
only
out the deck.
2.
Wait, there we go. We can just leave the 2 in, right?
I
And,
mean,
like,
I
cut
think I'd rather
Terminate
have it Terminate than the Bolt.
Terminate would look great as a Dreadboard here, for the record.
Yeah, dude, we should just be playing Dreadboard.
Should be playing Dreadboard! Dreadboard!
Oh,
On the
man.
play, cut Dismember and push. I mean, we're on the play, so we're cutting Dismember, push, and E-Bolt.
I mean, the only reason to leave in, like, Dismember
Oh, draw cut bolt? Why is push better? They don't bring in Thought Knot against this, right? Like, they bring in... Like, if they're bringing in anything, it should be Thragtusk. If Thragtusk doesn't get pushed, it gets bolted. So, like, why are we doing like that? Teddy, the Ted Meister. Explícame, por favor.
I don't mind Abrade. I mean,
yeah, it's more about what they're bringing in, right? Yo, Ginger won the Mox? That's sick. Was Ginger streaming while winning the Mox? Would love to play first. That's hot. This is a hand. I mean, we're keeping this, but what is happening here? I mean, this card's good. We get to counter their Expedition up. Yeah, like a 10-minute delay hand hider. That's so much work.
So we bobble ourselves and do the trick and hold up ceremonies for map? Is that what you want?
I want to hold up ceremonies, yeah. I mean, it depends, right? Like,
so we bobble ourselves main phase.
So we're going to cast this.
I think we bobbled I think we were going to play another bobble out and bobble them too, just so we have max cards for this Faithless Looting. We do.
Yeah. That's a Thought Scour.
Do we want that? I don't actually. It's.
I don't know.
It's probably fine.
If they don't play something with Ceremonious Rejection, it would be a good way to use our mana this turn.
Yeah, it'll be a good thing to do with our mana. So then we play. No, don't play that.
Why? Oh, because I mean.
Play that. No, you need to get a Shadow online. Play the Polluted Delta, and the Mishra's Bauble, and don't do anything with the Mishra's Bauble.
Okay, so you want to bobble ourselves then? Okay, that's what I was wondering. I was like, if we're not bobbling ourselves again, we want to play the island, right?
Well, I don't want to bobble ourselves. If we're firing off the Thought Scour or the Ceremonies, I want to bobble.
You want to bobble what?
I want to bobble them after they've drawn, so that if we draw a discard spell, we have perfect information.
Okay, that's fair.
It's like
we can
if they do something. Yeah, if they have map, we counter it. If they have anything else, we. Yeah, I could see maybe bobbling them before. I don't know what you could.
Yeah, I don't know what would see that would change my mind. I mean, let's just do it because we're gonna do it anyway. So it's max. Excuse me, max information. I see Ancient Stirrings. Sure, whatever.
Yeah, I don't. Sure.
I mean, I don't think there's a universe in which like I can't like justify countering a turn 1 map. I just like. This seems naturally correct. Alright. Maybe we should have fetched a red source. That might have been a mistake. Fetched our Steam Ins.
No, I think this is fine. I mean, I think we could...
You want a Thought Scour here? Thought Scour tried to hit the discard spell?
Yeah, we could... We could. Yeah, okay, sure. It's probably fine. Gives us more information for the looting too.
Yeah. Let's go us. It's weird if we start milling our
It's so
shock lands.
bad. It's so likely that we're gonna
one.
like.
We milled the Steve. That's awkward. There's a shadow.
That's fine. I would probably just go Blood Crypt looting.
You want to loot
Here.
here?
Yeah, I think so. At this point, we really need to have a threat or something as of next turn.
Okay.
Because we have a swamp in our deck, we should have grabbed the Tarn, but it's not that big of a deal.
Oh yeah. I didn't think it mattered, so well, haha. And we just keep it.
Yikes. Yeah.
I mean, I'm just discarding these 2 lands, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Jeez. I kind of want to discard this looting, but I don't think we can. Gosh, this is
Yeah, I think our hand's so bad.
Yeah, I agree. Like, because I don't want to flashback a looting. Oh, man.
I mean, there are merits to kind of holding it so you can hold.
Hey,
looting,
double
flashback
plant's
looting
great for us. Is there another map?
Yeah, they
A
just
sphere?
keep on.
So they're going to sphere crack for green stirrings? That's pretty good for us. Pitch Island and Tarn. Oh, that's what we did. Look at Teddy. If you want specific cards, you should looting, not scour. But, like, I mean, we want to inform which specific cards we want to hit with looting.
I don't think we were looking for specific cards on that turn, per se. Is kind of why I was...
All right, how do we sequence this? What did they grab? They grabbed Forest. All right.
Okay, I still think we are looking for and I think this Terminate is bad enough that we want to get, especially because they're not near Tron, that we want to loot.
Jeez.
Okay, well, the Kolaghan's command is going to be...
It's going to be good. There's a shadow.
Yeah, so I think we want to bin... I think we want to bin a Thoughtseize in the Terminate. That's what I'm
Terminate.
leaning
Thoughtseize
toward.
Terminate.
And then we can
Thoughtseize
Thoughtseize them.
And then decide what to do with this land.
We do have a Watery Grave to fetch, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
They have Thragtusk. Okay, so their lands are Flower Plant, Forest. They have Star, Karn, Thragtusk, Ballista. I'm tempted to take Thragtusk because it's the best card in their hand, but that's weird.
It is the best card. We can go down to... We're going to go to 12, then we're going to fetch... Yeah, it is the best card, and this Kolaghan's command... Ideally, they'll just play that next turn. Just play the Ballista.
No, I think they're going to start rotating through stars. I think we're taking Thragtusk no matter what, though.
That's fine. I do think we're playing Thragtusk, though, and then we're just like...
I think ideally for me, they like... this turn is like going to be Star into like Crack for Green, Star, or something like that, and then like Scrying. Like if we can get them to Scrying and catch it with a Stubborn Denial, it would just be backbreaking.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Ancient Strings? Well, they didn't play the land. Got them! All right, let's... Watery Grave, yes. Gotcha! It is this moment that my opponent knew they messed up. I mean, it makes sense. Well, they didn't mess up because if they hit a Tron land, then like they want to be able to play it, but like not playing the Forest doesn't play on Stub. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that Forest after casting it. Look at it. Just, oh yeah. It's so beautiful. We can blow this up. We can actually blow this up. This is not the one that draws a card. We can blow this up, return Shadow. Are you in? Oh, kid, what happened? Oh no, kid went away. Oh no. Well, until kid gets back, I guess I'm solo streaming. You're back?
Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
All right, well, I need you to share your face again, your lovely face. Where is you? Yes, you have to stop screen sharing or whatever. Yeah, there you go. All right, let's see if you're back. You back? You're back. Where did Mikey go? Mikey's back now. All right. Anyway, yeah, we can blow up this stupid. We can blow up this stupid rock.
Okay, sure. Yeah. I don't know what happened there.
Destroy target artifact. Return.
Death Shadow. Got him.
Where is it? Destroy target artifact. Return creature from grave to hand.
It's a little awkward as he could just play Ballista next turn.
Why is that awkward?
Because I would have just rather gotten the Ballista out of the way. I guess we have Battle Rage, actually.
Yeah, what do you mean? We're great. Everything's great. We have a 4/4 Shadow and we have Battle Rage. We have a plan. We have another rock. This one, it's so fortunate that was a sphere and they didn't draw a card anyway. It's so great.
Yeah.
Oh, they drew the tower. And they have a scrying too?
Uh-oh. No.
No, they have a Ballista on one. Okay,
that's fine.
Ah, whew.
Fine.
All right. We could beat that.
They don't have the Tusk. which is nice.
Yeah, I think their hand is Karn X. That's a good fetch land. As fetch lands go, that's a good one.
Yeah. I think we just make our shadow variable toughness and say go. I mean,
yeah.
Flashing back looting doesn't really do too much here. It just mills 2.
We can't beat them like assembling Tron this turn, but that's fine. I mean, for a game where we floundered, we did okay. Oh no. That was a good one. That was a real good one. That's an Urza's mine. And dead. Dead! Oh no. A worm coil engine, huh? Well, I can first strike that out of the way.
We can beat that one. Maybe.
There's a Snapcaster Mage. That's interesting. We can Snapcaster. Ceremonious is timely.
Do we not have a way?
We have Terminate.
Oh, we don't even...
We have Terminate. We can snap Terminate, block Terminate. So we can like attack, and if they just block with Ballista, we let it happen, and then we snap, targeting Terminate, and Terminate our own Snapcaster.
I mean, I think... I don't know. I kind of want to say go.
Well, we know their card in hand is Karn Liberated, for the record.
Oh, what the heck? Are you serious?
Yeah, we know that.
They didn't play that last turn? What a goober.
They played Worm Coil. We could snap Thoughtseize, right? Go to 7, take 6, go to 12, and then... No, we died a Ballista. Crap! Clumping Ballista is actually a really good point. I
think I just say go, and then we snap Ceremonious or whatever on they play. Because snapping Thoughtseize is like the same thing here, except it doesn't force them to tap their mana. I think we're going to have to get pretty lucky. I don't know how we're going to win. It's going to probably involve them being silly and us drawing, like, I don't know.
Well, I was thinking we could have attacked here and, like, seen what they do. Because if they block, we get to, like, Temur Battle Rage over it or whatever. But maybe that's just bad.
Yeah, I mean...
What do we do here? Just take it? Because they can pump, right? 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. Pump it twice. 3, 6. Yes, this is lethal.
I think we're just dead no matter what we do.
Let's do this. Let's see what we can do. We can target Terminate. We can target Ceremonious. We're going to target Ceremonious. Alright.
I don't actually think there was a way if they like play correctly.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm surprised they're letting this happen.
I am too.
They shouldn't have. 26. Now they're just not going to play anything.
Alright, and they're at 26. What does it have to be?
Another Battle Rage, maybe?
That doesn't do it, right?
That gets us.
This just gives double strike. Alright, well, let's see what it is.
Oh, you're right. Never mind. I'm dumb.
Timely. On my draw step, what are you doing? They could pump this twice on instep. I think we're dead.
I think so, yeah. I didn't see all that game because of stuff being real. Yeah, that's...
Sorry. Yeah, I didn't even notice until too late that you were gone, but that's all right. All right, well, didn't start you out on this one. We had some pretty rough draw steps there in game 1, and then game 2. I mean, game 2 was kind of the same problem, right? We were just like couldn't find the right cards. We were moving cards around a lot, but like we just couldn't find what we were looking for. We couldn't find any like the threats. We couldn't find any like other meaningful interaction.
We didn't have enough time to talk it out. I feel like there were things we could have done better in those turns. I don't actually know though.
I can see that. Well, let's see if we can salvage it. Let's see if we can
salvage.
salvage.
To win is the issue.
KC.
Play. To go see it back on replay. Wow. What match of this league is this?
This is about to be match number 4. We got 2 more. We've been live for about 4 hours and 45 minutes. That reminds me, I probably need to text my wife while our opponent is deciding what to do.
Yeah, there's probably something we could have... Let's see what Teddy said. He probably told us that we're bad.
Yeah, so Teddy, the shadow genius. Apparently Teddy should be on my stream.
Let's not kill the shadow. Yeah, we could have done something.
Yeah, but then they get 2 tokens. Like, I don't understand how that like plays to us winning the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how we actually... What our path to victory is from that point.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I think this has to be keep, so I'm not mulliganing it.
Like we
Forest.
could have not died faster, or like tried to fight our way through the worm coil.
Ancient Strings. We keep playing this as Ancient Strings. Why are these playing the better cantrip than us? Why is this happening?
Well,
we also just died a Karn. Yeah, like that's the thing. Like we're just gonna die to this Karn. Another Tron player. Turn 1, Ancient Strings finds Sanctum of
Wow,
Ugin.
that's good for us.
We have a Thoughtseize too. Like this Thoughtseize, I feel like is gonna have pretty high equity.
Yeah, yeah. We could bauble ourselves.
We can bauble them too to get more information on this discard spell.
We could. I mean, I'm more thinking about we want to do the cantrip, the build your own opt thing.
Build your own opt.
I think
countering the enablers against
looking...
Tron is often a poor idea. I don't see how that's true. I don't know how like what's the better plan? Countering their payoff? I don't know about that one, Chief. I've tried countering their payoff. I've played the control matchup plenty of times. That does not go your way. But maybe I'm just, I mean, if that legitimately is it, maybe I'm just wrong. Like, because we do have a better clock.
Maybe we're not supposed to slow roll here. We might actually just be supposed to target them with the bauble. Maybe not. Maybe we're supposed to target ourselves, and if it's really good, leave it on top. But I think we're supposed to get lands like, you know, get our, they'll help enable our angler kind of thing.
Sure.
Well, I'd bauble, and it's like, what is it?
I don't know. It doesn't tell me yet. It's
Normally,
a Mishra's Bauble.
Mishra's Bauble into a Mishra's Bauble?
Yeah, we saw a Mishra's Bauble with a Mishra's Bauble.
That's probably fine to keep then, because that's just like free. So I'd probably...
Shock Thoughtseize?
Yeah, I'd probably just play Blood Crypt Thoughteize.
Alright. I'm here for it. Boop. Boop. These are the critical turns. I'm fine taking like, I figured this was here. That's what I was like kind of like thinking about. Like, are we supposed to fetch
What is this? What is going on?
This is no Tron pieces. This is actually just 0 Tron pieces. They have an O-Stone though, which is like kind of annoying. I'm just gonna take Sylvan Scrying, right? And then like hold up stuff for O-Stone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Alright. So and then we pass. But yeah, I think the first few turns in Shadow are so critical. What do we hit? We hit the Bauble. I don't know why I was asking. We knew we left it there. Boop. Alright.
Opponent.
Like, yeah, like, there's another thing, right? Like, why would you not counter the enablers if you're going to be hitting the enablers with discard spells, which, as far as I know, is the plan of what you should be doing with those two. Like, if it's true that you're not supposed to... you're not supposed to be countering
a little
the
punished.
enablers, then... Not really, right?
Well, we could have gone Shadow this turn if we had just played a fetch land.
Oh, sure.
But we can do the slow trip again on ourselves.
Well, we're stubborn denying an O-Stone almost certainly, right?
Yeah, but we can do it this turn and we'll draw the card on their upkeep. So like if we do it here,
I always miss that.
bauble ourselves.
Bauble ourselves. What is it? A Steam Vents. I'm good.
We don't want that, so we want to fetch shock a Watery Grave. And then we'll stubborn denial the bullshit. If
Well,
not,
we can't
we'll
put a
just play
Gurmag into play, right? No, that's 4. I saw this card. Okay.
Yeah, we can't do that.
Tilt. All right.
Next,
yeah. It's actually fine though, because we want to hold stub up for the rest of this game. Like we will always like at every point in time want to be able to stub this stupid O-Stone. They played Sanctum Sphere. All right, we draw a card. What is it? It is a Delta. That's fine. It's not insane.
countering Tron's like payoffs, I mean, is juicy because it taps them out for a whole turn and whatnot. But Tron, you know.
My only example of how you play with Shadow is Omnitel Legacy. This is interesting. That's fine. I don't want to interact with this in any meaningful way. I can't really either.
Yeah.
Where's this power plant? Tron piece number 1 on turn 3. Got it.
We can play Gurmag Angler, hold up stub.
Yeah.
Next turn.
They have another rock, right? They have a star? No, they don't. Jeez, man. Memory. As time goes
I think
on.
we just got to slow roll this game because of the texture of it. Hopefully we draw like a Mishra's Bauble or a Wraith. That would be awesome.
So we can...
Just another one of those.
Do you want to fetch shock put...
We fetch shock put both, and then we can't play stub.
Yeah, that's true. I want to hold up stub. Steam Vents, Black Source. I have one in hand. Steam Vents doesn't matter. I don't really want the second red ever. Watery Grave. Yeah.
Gosh.
I want to hold up stub really bad, so I'm going to. Boop.
I feel like it's actually right to play that. I don't know why I'm insane, but I feel like it's feel like we're supposed to play the Shadow.
I think the way we lose this game is they get their stupid O-Stone in play, and then they get to... I mean, they have 5 land. We know about their 4th land. Like, they just have 5 lands and activate it. Like,
This
that's
actually probably going to be about the same clock, actually.
I think... Why?
Yeah.
I think this... Yeah.
No. This was right. This was right.
Cool. Fetch shock.
It's just about the same clock.
Yeah. See, Teddy likes holding up stuff. We're with you. I think it's... I mean, it would have been... I don't know in a scenario which it would be close, but like I think here with the texture of our hand, the texture of our hand,
it is right. We just need to slow this game down. God, playing against so much Tron. I wish we had Assassin's trophies. And
no kidding. Why aren't we playing Jund? Why can't we play Jund? Next turn we get a Shadow in play.
Moving around.
Oh, you're good.
Making so much noise.
Boop. All right. Here we go. They hit a Tron piece. Oh, stone. What if we didn't do that?
Stab.
Got him! I don't know how much more of the hand we know. I think we know Horizon Canopy and
I hope we draw
Karn.
Snapcaster. Snapcaster.
Snapcaster, huh?
Snapcaster. Or another stub works.
Another stub would be great. Stub's so good in this matchup. It's a little bit absurd. Come on. Come on. Whoa. Whoa.
It's also not unreasonable.
Let's just land Thoughtseize you. Can't think of any reason to wait, so I'm just going to Thoughtseize you. Another O-Stone! Double Karn! Alright, take the O-Stone. That was easy. We did it. Look at us, professionals. Combat. Yeah, hit you for 5. Can I get both in play here? No, I'm too short. Yikes. Big awkward. Big awkward. But we can get another one in play next turn. If we draw Temur Battle Rage, it's just dead. Just dead.
If we draw a fetch land, they're just dead. Or no,
That's
they're
not
not.
true.
Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, we milled over the steam vents, right?
No. Did we? No. We just like.
Or
it just doesn't
wait,
kill
steam
them.
vents.
They're
no,
15.
it does.
What? They're
What?
15. We have 10. Quick maths.
Yeah, we have 10. If we draw 2, we go plus
Well,
6.
but we don't have another Shockland, right? We have 3 in
If
play.
we don't have another shockland, then yeah.
Oh no, we
That's
have
what I said.
we have a Blood Crypt. We have a Blood Crypt.
We have Blood Crypt steam vents. If we have Blood Crypt steam vents in the deck,
I didn't think we
right?
had another Shockland.
Okay.
Fetch land. Boom!
We do have it, right? I'm not insane.
Well, let's
Like,
find
we
out.
have
I mean, we're gonna fetch anyway, right? Yeah, we have both. All right.
Okay, so they're dead. Got 'em.
Yes.
Plus
Fetch.
they have. I don't actually know what they
I
can
don't
have,
know what
like
they can have either.
Dismember or some wackiness.
Combat. Attack.
I don't even know Dismember does.
If they have Dismember, we died of Ballista. Ah! Well, the Dismember... No, Dismember doesn't do it because it's 11. It's Xaxes.
Yeah.
Ah, got him! Look at that. We finally did the thing. All
I
right.
think we might want the Abrade, actually.
We're on the
I don't know. I
draw.
don't remember.
On the play, I think Abrade might be good. It might be fine. I'm here for it. It would have been good in that one game.
Bringing it in.
Do we let command?
Yeah, probably. It's probably fine.
It's probably fine. All right. I don't remember what we cut. We got pushes. We cut Dismember, and then what else?
Pushes, Dismember, Bolt.
Dismember, A-Bolt, and a Faithless Looting. Is that right?
I don't know if I like the Faithless Looting cut.
What was the cut?
Well, we didn't bring in Abrade last time.
Oh! New Abrade.
I think.
We have Terminate that looks like chopping block material. We have Inquisitions. Like.
I don't want to cut the Inquisitions.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, what?
Teddy, what do you like? What do you like cutting, Teddy? Keep disc, cut all bolts. Do we like that? Cut all.
Yeah, like the Bolt coming out is probably. I do like the Terminate more than the Bolt.
Do you want to keep Dismember? Teddy wants to keep Dismember. What do you think
Why
of
do
keeping
you want to
Dismember?
keep Dismember?
It's the last bolt. Roberts wants to cut the last bolt. So, like, Roberts wants to do something like this. I think. Teddy, I think, might want this Dismember, but I don't know if he wants it more than we want a braid.
I don't know. My experience with it, I have seen people leave it in Dismember. Like, fighting through a Wormcoil with Dismember is just, like, not really a thing. they board in Thoughtseize. I mean, that card is hit or miss against you because it's smaller than all your threats. Like, I don't think it's great there. Against Thragtusk, it's worse than Bolt and Abrade, or for the most part it is. It's not like against Walking Ballista we have enough answers for that. I feel like I'm inclined to believe that Dismember is not good against Tron. Like, I've seen people who leave it in, and if Teddy has reasons for why he leaves it in, then
I trim a Snap on an Angler. I don't know. We need a threat so bad. I don't want to trim an Angler. I could see Snap, but like we have so many counter spells we're bringing in. I feel like the Snapcasters are supposed to be better.
We're also not on the 4-snap build. If we were on the 4-snap build, I could buy it because of the relics and all that kind of stuff. I could buy not bringing it in. But the 3-snap, I think we want to leave them all.
All right, we'll try this. Teddy's probably right. Teddy's been right a lot of the time, but we'll try this. This is something we've been discussing, and I think we're going to go ahead and give it a try. If it's bad and we die, we deserve it.
Dismembering our own shadow, that's...
This hand could be anything. It could be anything.
We don't need that.
Keep. Could be anything. Surgical paired with discard and counters is great. Do you want to bring in Surgical in this matchup, Teddy?
I don't agree with Surgical in this matchup if you don't have Fulminator.
Yeah, without Fulminator, like, without any land, like even Trophy, like would be almost a consideration too, just because like the punk out ability is so strong. Ooh. Well, this makes me really want to hold up Stubborn Denial because it makes me think they have Sylvan Scrying. Misplaced Ginger, what's going on? Thank you very much for the raid. I really appreciate it. Congrats on winning the Mox. I heard you won the Mox. You're insane. You're so insane. Look at all the trophies. What's going on, everybody? If you're here from Ginger's channel, thank you for sticking around. And I hope everybody gave Ginger a bunch of love. What a professional. What a professional. Mox Champs Raids. Thank you so much. We're shooting with my friend Michael. He's an SCG grinder from Alabama alongside me. We travel together a lot, and he plays a lot of Jund and a lot of Shadow. We're not doing so hot in this league, but we're trying to get it back. All right, let's talk about this hand. How are we sequencing this? I think that, like I said, I think this signals that they have, like this to me signals that they have scrying, right? And that makes you want to hold this up. But we have like a million of these effects. So do we start working through? I guess we cycle the first Wraith at least, right?
Yeah.
Dog. I'm gonna cycle at least one Wraith. We still don't have a choice here, so I'm gonna cycle the other Wraith. Because I'm trying to, like, enable these. Yikes. That's super awkward. Alright. Well. Hey, thank you for the follow, Cord for 5. Don't actually Cord for 5. I don't know what that gets. What, a Kiki Jiki? I'm going to shock this in. Alright. Let's... I don't see a world in which I don't cast both Baubles. Oh, no. My co-streamer went away. We'll remove him for now. Let's see... I want to inform... Jeez, a third Stubborn Denial? Oh my gosh. The card is good in the matchup, but it's not that good. Alright. I'm going to pass on this one. And, like, we can bauble them to inform any discard spells that we draw, or we can bauble ourselves. It kind of just depends, but probably going to figure it out in step based on how this turn goes. Oh, no. They just have natural Tron? What savages? What's going on, everybody? Let's see. Guess we'll just bauble them. Inform discard spells. They have a Karn on top. Perfect. Are they just gonna Natron Karn me? What savages. We have another Wraith. 3 Wraiths, huh? Alright. Well, if we hit a land, we can Gurmag plus Stubborn, but now we cannot.
Sorry about that.
Oh, you back? Welcome back.
Yeah, I did. My dog was
being very draw step.
As you could tell.
I don't know why. I don't know why you want to activate on draw step, Teddy. I'm not super huge fan of that.
What were we doing?
Should have drawn a fetch there. Clear mistake. Well, we cycled through a bunch of their stuff. They played 2 Tron lands. Makes you think they have Nat Tron, and we know there's a card in the red on top.
Die?
Yeah, it feels.
Good gosh.
I mean, if they have Nat Tron Karn, we can at least stub the first one. And if we draw a shock land, we can, if we draw any land that casts Gurmag or is blue, we can play Gurmag and he'll have another stub up, which is like not unreasonable. It's just like we're kind of in an awkward spot.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we should have to move to discards no matter what. I'm trying to think about what I want to discard. It's probably just going to be one of the 3 stubs, but I don't know. The stubs actually might be one of the better things in our hand. Snap seems worse.
Yeah, no, I think it's got to be a Snapcaster Mage.
Which is like so weird. It's like our poker hand is not getting there.
Yeah, we have a full house.
Wow, my finger slipped. Why did you time out Smurf? Look at this. Look at this savagery. Hopefully they play a card, not a worm coil. Alright, cool. We get to stub this. The first one feels good. If we don't draw a land, this is not going to feel very good at all. But honestly, we're still playing. We're still playing. We're alive.
Playing Magic.
We're playing Magic. Land. Ugh. Well, I think we're casting that because it's better than trying to hold up a Force Spike. And it's definitely better than playing Gurmag when they have 4 cards in hand. Jeez. Well, we have an Abrade, so we just take the card. Yeah. Cool. Oh no, kid's gone again. About to kick him off the stream. Be like, no.
Dude, I just keep dying for no reason.
Is Discord cutting out? I mean, it's lasted long enough. What? Timeout Smurf? Don't timeout Smurf. Smurf's great.
Yeah, Discord is just like destroying me.
They chose to
my
crack
dog is being
Canopy.
loud.
Oh, it's all good. The dog's gas, man. Everybody wants to hear dogs. Come on, chat. You guys like dogs.
No.
Just timeout Smurf. Always just timeout Smurf. All right, if Ginger says it's a good to go, then it's a good to go. Timeout Smurf.
What did they have as Thoughtseize? What did they have as like in their hand when we Thoughtseized them?
They had this exact 4 cards, and I took the Karn because I'm okay abrading this O-Stone. Oh, of course, we're just going to die.
God, man,
It's been a rough game. It's been rough. Ginger brought all these people after watching a winner so much. They're like, oh, that was a horrible delve too. I'm just like tilt delving, but no, like after watching somebody win over and over again, they're watching just us brick off and die. It's okay though. It's all right. We can still win this game. We do need to draw like pretty well. This is an Ulamog. I'll concede to an Ulamog because all my only 2 permanents. All right, you got me. You got me.
Wow.
We are dead. All right. Right. Anything you want to change?
I don't know, man. Goodness gracious, my dog is still barking.
The dog's fine. We'll leave the dog alone. Why do you guys mod abuse?
He's barking a lot.
Y'all just beat this person. I'm popping off celebrating my birthday. It's a week past due. Well, happy birthday, Teddy. I don't know if you're still around to hear that, but happy birthday. I'm very happy for you. If you're still here from Ginger's stream, thank you very much for sticking around. We are 1-2. Are we 2-2? I think we're 1-2. This is our 4th match in the league. We're trying to get our bread and butter 3-2 with Shadow here. All right. Do you want Dismember?
I still don't want it.
You still don't want it?
Dismembering your own
Then we're not going to make any changes in the play. We're going to need to draw a lot better than we did in that game, though. What do you think of Tron matchup? Do you think the Tron matchup's actually good?
I think it's fair.
Like, it's always seemed good when I've seen Shadow players playing against it, but then, like, I've kind of seen the other side. It always feels like they barely get there. So, I don't really know. Like, watching from the Tron side, it feels like, you know, it's just like, oh, this is such a bad matchup. And then from the Shadow side, they're like, well, I hope they don't have anything, because I have nothing. It's always so weird.
Yeah, I mean...
This hand's quite good, right? Terminate's awkward.
Yeah, this hand's
I'm not sure I'm a
fine.
huge fan of this card. We've drawn it multiple times. It just doesn't do anything.
Yeah, it might not be that good. I mean, is Dismember better?
I don't know. I mean, legitimately, I don't know. That was kind of the conversation, right? I just legitimately don't know.
Well,
Considering Malignant
on
5.
and off muting myself when I don't have things to say, and like every time I mute myself, my dog shuts up. And when I mute, he's just like, "I want to bark now." I'm just like, dude, can you please stop?
Right. Poor dog. Nope, Dismember's not good in this matchup. Yeah, I don't know why. Teddy seems so sure that Dismember was going to be good in this matchup, and I don't really see it. Our opponent decided to keep 6. Probably means it's a close 6. Obviously just playing a fetch land and passing. Going to hold up both Thought Scour and Ceremonious. Pretty good turn 1.
I think this matchup's fine. Like, I'd have to hear more people think on it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I think overall, I think I've won more times than I've lost, but...
Right, just
feel
like in your own personal
play
experience.
Yeah, like, I feel like I play a lot of Magic.
We
though,
countering this?
Like, a lot.
Huh?
No.
All right.
No, that card's gonna get better. That card's... If it was Expedition map, I'd be inclined to, but
Yeah, I mean,
not
Expedition map I would counter. I don't think... I think that's the only thing I was going to counter there, but I wanted to ask, see what your thoughts were before I made any decisions.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Davis, I think Jim Davis had an article where, wow, land. Here, we're just going to draw nothing but lands this game.
Nothing but lands? Well, here comes another land. Land? I need a land.
Comes another one.
Land? Come on.
This has actually been my experience and why I keep going back to Jund. Like, Shadow is a very powerful deck.
Mm-hmm.
It kills fast. It gets free wins, but, like, just when the cantrips are just, like, failing you or you're...
Gurmag, let's go. Yeah, Gurmag would be a very good draw. Very, very good draw.
Does our opponent just stop during our upkeep for no reason?
I don't really know. I don't know. Our opponent's thinking. They're thinking. Give them a second. They're going to consider surgicaling my Death Shadows, which ironically would be insane right here. Wait, does this
that's good. We got turn 2 Shadow.
Yeah, that's great. We should fetch Shock first, right?
Yeah. I'd probably go for just the Blood Crypt.
Yeah, I like Blood Crypt here as well. Oop, also because I think the Steam Mence is gone, right? Is it? No, it's not.
Well, also if we just hit into another, like, these are an Inquisition, we're gonna want to, like, also do that.
Bauble.
Bauble's probably fine.
All right, let's put Shadow in play.
Don't think we're supposed to slow trip this one. I think we're just supposed to play it.
And do what? What do you want to do? You want to use it on their turn?
Just after they draw.
Okay, I'm here for that.
Generally, you want to do it after they draw in case, like, you
should have scoured your opponent. I don't have surgicals in the deck, Rudy. I'm not playing that plan. That's such a bad plan.
Who is saying we should scour other people?
Rudy wants to scour my opponent. Hold it for the fetch. I suppose.
Do you really want to hold it for this? I guess you could slow it, roll it.
I don't know what. I don't know. I kind of want to move through my deck a little faster than that.
Yeah, I kind of do too. Here.
There's a Kappa, you weebs. Listen.
Or, yeah, you want to do this at the end of their turn. This Bauble thing. But yeah, no, you want to hold it until... So you have perfect information when you Thoughtseize them.
Yeah, I agree. They have a power plant. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
What is Rudy... He's listening?
I'm listening.
What are we trying to tell?
Oh, well, I have a lot to say, so it's good that you're listening. Welcome to the stream. If you guys keep here from Ginger Stream, thank you very much for sticking around. This is our second league of the day, and we are going to Ceremonious Rejection the crap out of this. Although, ironically, I actually should have bobbled first, and if it's the Tron land, I'm not supposed to, right? It's another expedition map.
Rudy is a scrub, and I like to use my cantrips how I like to use them.
Fair. Oh, 2 lands. Perfect. All right. That's what the doctor ordered.
Did we draw 2 lands off?
Yeah, we drew 2 lands. We bobbled into a land.
Jeez, man. I tell you what. This is just...
It's gas. Here we go. We're going to attack. All right, opponent.
I don't know if we were supposed to fight over that map, actually. I think we were supposed to just tempo our opponent down.
That is tempo. The tempo play is, like, countering it, right?
Not if they have it dialed up.
That's fair. That's fair.
Like, if they have it dialed up, what do they play here?
A map?
They just play some kind of, threat. We counter it. And then we just kind of run them down with the Shadow. This year we're drawing, like, terrible.
All right. Okay. That's reasonable.
Do a Street Wraith or something? I actually can't see our graveyard.
Yeah, we have a Street Wraith. I don't think we can... Like, there's no way we can kill them, though. So I don't know that we want to do any of that, right?
I think we want to... I mean, I think we just want to see another card, though, right?
Do we want to see another card? I mean, we might. I was thinking, like, maybe we could... Gosh, yeah, maybe we do. You just want to main phase this? Like, I was thinking if they play, like, a threat next turn, like, something that we need to actually answer, we should Kolaghan's command it. Chat, what do you like doing here? Would have been D+++. Listen, Rudy. It's fine.
I just think, like, Kolaghan's command's not guaranteed to work against whatever they might have next turn.
Okay.
Whereas, like, maybe the top card of our deck
do you just want to, like, shock, return Street Wraith, and just, like, go in?
I want to shock, return Street Wraith, look for...
Bolt?
Ideally, like,
Does Bolt kill?
Denial or something.
If we fetch shock, return Street Wraith, that's 5. We've got a 4. We have them for 9. They got a 7, 5. Bolt. Bolt's too short.
Yeah, it's too short. The reason I want to do it is I want to try to dig to, like, Thoughtseize or Stub.
So you still want to fetch shock, though, right? You still want to fetch shock the
yeah,
Blood Crypt?
I do. We haven't been through any Thoughtseizes either, it doesn't look like, or any Stubs.
Yeah, no, we have not. All right, let's try it. Let's go for it.
And I think we want to leave up, obviously, the
the
Watery Grave so that we can hit stub.
All right, let's shock somebody.
I think we shock. Yeah, we shock them.
Oh, really? Choose target creature. I guess that's not that obvious. Because, like, it might actually be more damage over turns, but whatever. All right, Avison, the Purifier, shock you.
I mean, we're going to die to Walking Ballista with this line, unfortunately, I think.
That's fine.
Yeah, whatever.
I don't know. I don't know if it's actually fine, but I don't know what other choice we have, because our other options, like, don't kill them as quickly.
Our other options hold and hope their payoff cards are just, like, exactly what we want.
No, I don't like holding for, like, hoping their payoff cards aren't going to kill us, because their payoff cards are going to kill us. Shock self. Robert wanted to shock yourself.
Well, the issue is if we shock ourselves and Street Wraith, then we can't actually cast Thoughtseize.
Yeah.
So we can't actually shock ourselves. That's why I was saying we need to shock them.
I don't know why my opponent's in the tank right now. I don't know what there is to think about.
I have no idea. No, they want to pause, and what they're trying to do is they're debating whether or not they can crack their expedition map in F6.
Yeah, I mean, you can. That's what you're going to do anyway. You'll draw Denial, live the dream. I mean, I'd like to draw Denial. I'm in for that. I mean, Denial, Thoughtseize, even like, I don't even know. Like, there's a million hits. All right, here we go.
We just Thoughtseize, Denial.
Thoughtseize, Denial. Anything? Is Fish a hit?
I mean, Fish is a hit if they have Karn.
All right, that's kind of a hit. I mean, we're going to play it. It's like, not like we're not going to play it. It's another lethal threat. Yeah.
If they have Worm Coil, is it?
It is too, because we have Terminate.
Yeah. We terminate our own threat.
All right. Gurmag, there's worse hits than Gurmag there. I'll take it. Take it, dealer.
Yeah. Worm Coil, actually, we can beat Worm Coil. We actually can't beat Walking Ballista, which is kind of annoying, but whatever.
Yeah, who beats Walking Ballistas? All right, like Solid Shadow. I mean, Walking Ballista, that card's so good right now. I don't know why they don't play more Walking Ballistas in Modern, to be honest. Like, that card is so good against all the top decks. Like, not specifically us. I'm not sure that's insane against us necessarily, but it is with a bunch of Tron mana.
Here. I'm kind of like, when I was making this decision, I was kind of assuming they might board them out. Because they're
kind of mopey.
Awkward.
Like, trying to punk us out with it is, like, not a great plan. If they have Ugin, we just feel super dumb. Oh, that's not true, because Exhaling Angler actually requires them to kill Ugin.
Yeah, they have to burn their Ugin.
This looks like an O-Stone tilt.
That's good, and that's a problem.
It's a problem. It's a problem.
It's a problem.
We have expert commentary here with Michael Kidd. It is a problem.
It's not good.
That's not a problem.
That's good.
That's also good. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. That is good.
I mean,
crack.
Yeah,
I think I'm actually gonna play this land because I think I want to like. If things go wrong, we're gonna want to use our mana as much as possible. So I'm gonna play this swamp, and then I'm gonna play Shadow.
I think same. Yeah.
All right, here we go. We got one more shot, one opportunity to not get carned, please. We're probably so dead.
Tron, never not have it, Tron guy.
All right, if they have Thragtusk and we spike Team of Battle Rage, we're Gucci. Basically, if they have any other creatures that isn't Walking Ballista and we spike.
Well, if they have Thragtusk, we actually just draw a removal spell. We just kill, attack with the fetch, with the shock. And
with the shock, and then that kills them. Awesome.
So we have outs.
How many Faithless Lootings? Do we still have both Faithless Lootings in our deck? We do. Yeah, we do. All right, cool. I think Faithless Looting would be a reasonable draw here. This Terminate, I swear, every game it feels like I'm just like dying with this card in my hand. It could have been a card. Green Cuttlefish. That's a sweet name. Thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. The best. Really?
Really? Dang, man. Come on.
Stop!
I really wish this was a Dreadbore.
Yeah, as a Dreadbore,
if I was going to play this list, I think that's what I would do. Just play a Dreadbore there.
I would hope you have Faithless Looting in your deck. Oh, I didn't know if we cut him after sideboarding. What are we doing here? Just activating main phase?
No, we should have Faithless Looting here. Like.
Okay. Why did they activate main phase? F6 value? They're 3 minutes ahead of me. I mean, one drop? They do. Powerful.
Oh.
Very
fancy.
Powerful. Very fancy.
Yeah.
Good card.
Yeah.
Tilt.
Well, I think if we hit Snapcaster Mage, we want to do it on ourselves now. Or I meant them, I guess. My bad.
Does it matter?
Not us.
Yeah, whatever. Worm Coil Engine. Perfect. All right, we're going to draw Snapcaster Mage. Snapcaster. Come on, we got this. Inferno SC, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. How's it going, Inferno? We were going to play Overwatch together and then missed. Land! No! And then my thing took forever.
Terminate. We could slog through it.
We're going to slog through it. Is this our plan? This is a bad plan, kid. On the bright side, if they play Wormcoil, we know it's the worst card in their hand. I mean, the best card in their hand, I'm sorry. And the other cards are worse, which is good, right? Come on.
Or they just have a ton of Wormcoil engines.
Yeah, that would be kind of bad. All right.
That would be
they grabbed a tower. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, this is a Ballista that kills me. This looks like a Ballista that kills me. Right click. Oh, I don't die to that. Right.
What is it?
It's an Ulamog. I mean, it's bad, but that doesn't kill me. Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't kill you.
We're not dead.
We're
not
draw
alive,
Looting.
but we're not
We're
dead.
going to draw Faithless Looting into Death Shadow.
How about Thoughtseize? Is Thoughtseize good? All right, we're going to terminate this Ulamog. All right, yeah, right, we're done here. All right, getting dunked on by Tron. All right, chat, what did I mess up? Not very good. Had a full realization that I might have some anxiety disorder and connected to MTG. That sucks, Inferno. Did you not float mana? Why would I float mana? That's such a misplay. Oh, no. I misplayed. All right, we're going to go ahead and play the last match here. Thanks, everybody that's still sticking around from Ginger's stream. Thank you very much for sticking with me. These videos will be up on YouTube tomorrow. If you guys missed any of the previous rounds, we did play a league with John earlier. What?
Are we 1-3?
I believe we're 1-3 now, right? Yeah, we're 1-3.
Gosh.
We won our first match and then didn't win a game for 2 matches. Shadow has been honestly like these cantrips. So here's kind of like a real take. These cantrips that don't have any selection attached, I think oftentimes end up in this scenario where you have like, I don't know, where like I don't think it's like a coincidence that we're just like drawing a bunch of lands that off of these like blind cantrips. Cantrips that don't have selection, like if you've ever done cantrip math for how many lands your deck has after like when you incorporate cantrips into the math, like basically this deck probably has something to the tune of like pseudo 30 plus lands, and like with keepable opening hands, like that's actually going to happen when you have cantrips that aren't selection. Thank you very much for the follow, Big Boggart. Is it Boggart Boggart from Harry Potter? I might be thinking of the wrong thing, but either way. I need to get y'all back up to Memphis. Oh, we'll come back to Memphis eventually. It's just like the SCGs have been like eating up so much of my time. I don't really have time to like go to like local tournaments and stuff like that. So tell the Open Series to come to Memphis. It'd be nice to have a close one. Why haven't you played Overwatch with you? Well, I don't play Overwatch that much in general. Perfect. All right. So we have 2 of a kind. Actually, no, we have 2 pair. I'm sorry. We have 2 pair. That probably beats whatever they have. So I think we're supposed to keep. All right.
Yeah.
Please be a deck that is weak to Fatal Push. Keep. Honestly, this deck also just kind of feels like it has the same problems Jund does without like as much of like the power level. Like Temur Battle Reach without as much of like the power level. Like, hey, this card's really good. Bloodbraid Elf I feel like steals more games than Temur Battle Rage does, to be honest. Maelstrom Wander. Well, good thing Pesh is good. This Thoughtseize actually might be kind of bad now. It's awkward.
It's fine. We'll just take their path or their Reflector Mage or whatever.
So we're still Fetch Shocking, right? Fetch Shock. Push this?
Yeah. No, I think you are.
Okay.
Push it now. Get it out.
Get it out.
Chains, nonsense.
No rattle chains. No, sir. Not me.
Not going to look like a plebeian against the Spirit deck.
It doesn't fall on an open weekend, so I'm expecting some players from the tour to make an appearance. All right, well, make sure I'm invited to the event. Bye, everyone. Bye, Rudy. Thanks for checking out my stream. I appreciate it. I appreciate you being here.
Sick card.
I mean, it is a sick card. Card beats the crap out of people. All right, let's Thoughtseize them and figure out exactly how we're supposed to be sequencing things. I don't understand the decks that play Aether Vial plus Collected Company. It's like, I realize you're trying to cheat on mana a lot. Whoa! Well, we can't probably beat that card.
It's fine, dude. We'll just put them under the Abyss. They only have 1 creature that they found all game. If they just draw, like, land or something.
Yeah, that's fair. They have Horizon Canopy, though, which gives them another look.
Shadow. Don't F6, please don't F6. Play the Shadow.
Yeah, we actually should put the Shadow in play. Man, I was like... dude, in my brain, I was already moving past it. I was already like, yeah, Shadow's in play. We're good to go. We just, like, beat him down. We're good to go. No, it's so dumb.
I was like, no, please don't not play it.
It's the end of the stream. Give me a break. All right.
We gotta beat the spirits. We
can beat spirits. We can do it.
We gotta salvage our 1-3.
Honestly, this is like kind of the same gauntlet that Jund went through, right? Like we played against Tron, we played against spirits. It feels like a lot of the same gauntlet, and like honestly, Jund felt like a more powerful deck. Don't at me, Shadow players in the chat, but like Jund legitimately just felt like a better deck. You can Shadow, yeah. Thanks, Rob. Like I said, it's towards the end of the stream.
Crazy.
My brain's ahead of my like talking and my. All right, they have 1-1 now.
I do think we drew better with Jund than we have with Shadow. Like we've drawn some pretty awkward hands and like.
Do we go for the Inquisition?
Poorly.
They still have a canopy that we know
What
about.
could we possibly have? That,
I don't know, but the thing is, like, this is like expiring fast, right? Whereas, like, because they're gonna just be able to vial stuff in. So, like, if they did hit here, I think this is the only opportunity we're gonna have to Inquisition them before they're just gonna be able to put stuff into play at instant speed. Although maybe if we're trying to clear the way for like this around Queller, there's like an argument for holding this.
I mean, I'd rather hold it for Faithless Looting. I think it's like almost no % that they have something in their hand.
Okay.
Unless it's
that sounds like a calculated number, Mr. Kid. Should we fetch shock here? Just fetch shock attack.
Yeah. Okay, maybe I lied. Maybe we should Inquisition because if they have like Spellcore or something, I want to get it out of their hand before they, before we don't have Revolt.
I just think it's gonna be solo equity later. Like if they have nothing, then that's just good for us.
I think you're right.
Something?
You like that equity word all of a sudden.
Equity. Dude, equity's great. Rattle chains, huh? Alright, rattle chains is in. Do I just push it with its trigger in the stack? Do I even want to kill this? I can just beat down for 4 anyway. Do I care about this card?
Do we have another push in the graveyard? I mean, I think it's fine to push it.
Push it real good.
Since we have the Snapcaster to push more things. It's probably fine. I don't know.
We'll push it with the trigger in the stack. Push it real good. And we know the card in hand is Horizon Canopy now, so this Inquisition will miss.
And they're just going to tempo them with a Shadow. And by the time they actually are like using Mortal and Haunt, we'll just have to use it as chump blockers.
Well, they have Aether Vial, so they can Mortal and Haunt plus put things into play every turn, which is still a pretty good spot to be in, but hopefully this can function as an abyss.
Play things, yeah. But I mean, they won't be able to cycle this like Horizon Canopy and all.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I think Rock is better than Jund at the moment. So actually, if you go watch the video, we talk a lot about Rock versus Jund in the YouTube video, Tiki. So I don't know if you actually watched the YouTube videos afterwards, but I think it might be worth your time if you like legitimately think that Rock is better. I think we make some pretty good arguments for Jund being a little
sucks.
bit better. Also, Michael has an opinion in case you were curious. We have a Thoughtseize. Gosh, I'm just gonna attack. I don't want to.
Yeah, they got just attack.
I'm gonna hold up Snap Push for like the rest of the game, basically.
Yep. So
hope it's good enough. The thing is, I kind of want to like hurt myself some, but like that's also they don't want to hurt me. It's like we're playing this like balance game where they flash like mopey creatures like rattle chains and stuff in. Like I'm not sure how good it actually is because they like don't want to pressure my life total because then they just die to the abyss faster. I don't know. Supreme Phantom. Sure, that's in. Is this a Drogskull Captain? They could be holding up Drogskull Captain at any point. Stubborn to not. Awkward. Well, if they have more paths or a company, like, it's going to be good, but otherwise it's going to be bad.
I don't know why we didn't push that end of turn. I guess it could be Drogskull. I don't know.
They ticked it up to 3, then played a 2-drop. I feel like that means Drogskull or Spellqueller, right?
I guess. I mean, I just think their hand is... Yeah, okay, sure, fine.
Just I kind of want to Thoughtseize, to be honest, but... Because, like, we could Thoughtseize attack, and then, like, they're taking 6, and they're dead on board. And, like, I'm actually going to do it. I'm going to do it. I like doing it.
Seems bad, but... Whatever.
It might be bad. I can live with it being bad. Drogskull Captain.
And maybe this is a Drogskull.
Boop.
Wow.
Gotcha. Done. Alright, now this is 5, so we're at 7. We could just attack for 6. Nothing they can do about it.
And they hit us for 3, 4, 5.
They have a spirit that we can push out the... No, we can't push the spirit out the way. Crap.
Yeah, we're kind of in trouble if we don't hit Temur Battle Rage.
Yeah, you're right. No, you're right.
We're just dead.
Or Bolt, right? Bolt's like fine. Is Bolt fine? No, it's not because...
Bolt kills that. No, they attack us here down to 2. We Bolt... Actually, no, Bolt does play.
Bolt plays. All right.
So we bolt down. Dismember plays too.
We have a thing for 11.
Yeah, because we go down to 2, and then we just... That's just a 1/1. That does not play because we still die to the 1 power flyer. Yeah, we're dead. Right? Unless we have like a bolt in the graveyard. Yeah, because we have to trigger Revolt, and then we kill Drogskol Captain. Huh?
Yeah, we have to trigger Revolt somehow, and like I think we can't trigger Revolt. Like without fetching the 1. Dang, the 1 point of life.
Maybe we could hope they miss it. Nah, there's no way they're gonna miss it. It's not. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we're dead. Crap. Maybe Thoughtseizing was wrong. The thing is, like they actually had the Drogskol Captain. Like, I don't know. I wanted to like turn up the heat a little bit. I don't really know. Like, I played Thoughtseize assuming that it was the best play when they had Drogskol Captain, and like I'm not sure that this played out in a way that like it actually was the best play.
I didn't think about it too much. I don't think we were supposed to play it. I don't know. I was thinking about its company.
Is it possible to tap a grave for the seas to bluff the battle rage? It was possible to bluff the battle rage. I don't know. Like, what are they gonna like? How are they gonna play differently if I have battle rage? They're just dead to battle rage at every point. All right, let's bring all the removal in. All the removal. We've gotten used to this. Do we want this one? This one seems a little bad. Like, how much of this stuff do we want? This card does not seem good enough.
Last Hope and EE are better. I think EE is better than Collective Brutality slightly.
Yeah, you just don't like the looking for company, huh?
I like the EE.
You like the EE, okay.
I like the EE. So, if I remember Dalloway's right, I think he boards out 2 Gurmag Anglers, 2 Street Wraiths, and I think all but 1 stub.
They leave 1 stub in? The miser calculated? Well...
And I think he boarded out a looting. His looting.
Alright.
I could see this, and we leave in the 1 stub, or... I mean, Company is really good, and so is Path. I think Stub is better than the 1... I think 1 stub is better than a Brutality.
Okay. I'm here to try it. Alright,
This looks fine to me.
I'm here for it. Let's try it. Let's give it a shot. Here we go. We're going to give it the old college try.
This is like a slightly favorable matchup for Shadow, but...
You think Spirits is compared to Humans, which is like hard? Like, even though they're playing Reflector Mage now? I mean, there's no way we're mulling against.
Yeah, I don't understand. I don't know.
Are we fetch shocking here?
Why.
Because we could fetch a Swamp, but that's like not insane. But
I mean, our hand's so color intensive with a bunch of 1s, so I feel like we have to shock. Fetch shock? I don't know.
I mean, I think we could operate off a Swamp every turn, just like Swamp Thoughtseize, and we're just taking a lot of damage that way.
Well, I mean, then what if you go Steam? Then you're gonna have to go Steam Vents.
Yeah, that's true.
And Steam Vents.
Whatever, we'll just fetch shock. This is what we signed up to do. We signed up to fetch and shock and get punked out by 1 point of damage like we did last game. Yeah, Thoughtseize you. Alright, what are we looking at? 2 lands.
Out of the sideboard. What a monster.
No kidding. I'm telling you, man. They're like just blurring the Humans and Spirits decks. There's no individual identity of these decks anymore.
I can't actually see all these cards. What is this? Like Supreme Phantom,
Spellcaller, Selfless Spirit, Collected Company, Thalia. The Thalia Collected Company synergy. It's just good deck building.
I mean, Collected Company is their best card, but we have Thoughtseize for that.
Yeah, well, we have another Thoughtseize. We have a bunch of removal. I'm inclined to just take Thalia.
I think Spellcaller might be where it goes like disastrous.
Selfless Spirit I think is better than Spellcaller, right?
Is it?
It feels like it is. Like Spellcaller we have Bolt for. I don't know. Like we have a Bolt, we have a Push, we have a Thoughtseize. We need to line these cards up against their cards. How are we lining these cards up? So like we get to take 1 now, and then what are we Thoughtseizing, pushing, and bolting? Oof.
Okay, fine. I guess Selfless
I think it's Thalia or Selfless Spirit. Because Selfless Spirit's the card that like makes us not be the ones picking how we line our removal spells up. Which if we're leaving them with Queller is what we want to do. If we're taking Queller, then they have Selfless Spirit and Supreme Phantom. They can kind of protect. I don't know. Queller's reasonable. Like, I assume we're Thoughtseize the company at some point.
Yeah, I just feel like we can easily like work our way through the rest of them, like just kill like 2 guys, Thalia, isn't that big of a deal once we have Gurmag Angler in play. I don't know. I'm kind of just like on the Thalia's might be the one card we can ignore because we don't have a cantrip heavy hand, and like it's not good against Gurmag Angler.
Okay, I mean that is true. So you want to take Spellqueller then?
Yeah, I kind of want to lean towards Spellqueller.
Okay. I mean, I'm here to try it. I think that's worth talking about. That was one hell of a magic card. Spirits is less explosive, right, but more disruptive, which Shadow struggles with. I don't think that Spirits' disruption, like, yeah, I don't think Spirits' disruption is what Shadow loses to, per se. I mean, that's like a hard statement to make because it just like doesn't really have any intrinsic meaning. Awkward. I don't know. It feels like the flyers. I mean, the flying is relevant against Shadow, I think, especially because they can be pretty big. And I think that some of the interaction can be relevant, but I think a lot of their I think that's why they're bringing in cards like Thalia, because like the interactive pieces Spirits have just like aren't nearly as good as the humans ones. So why not take the Phantom over Queller? The Phantom I thought was like one of the easiest cards to beat in their hand, whereas this card lets them... Like, I want to take one of the spells that lets them pick how we line our cards up against theirs, right? And the cards that did that in that hand were Queller and Selfless Spirit. Queller is a better magic card in general, so I ended up taking that one, I think. I think that was my main logic. But I think that... I guess we're Thoughtseize here. I don't know why we're like...
Yeah, I also feel like that's how it goes wrong, right?
Yeah, it's like they just like... Like, if these two removal spells need to line up against their creatures, and we need to be the ones picking how that happens.
Yeah, we can easily line those up.
They drew a Path to Exile.
Gosh, that's brutal.
They don't have... I think we have to leave them with company, to be honest.
Yeah.
They have only one other land, and if we're leaving them with Thalia, like, do we take the Path? Gosh, I think we have to take this Path.
I think so, too.
It sucks.
Super unfortunate. I think we're taking a weird line this game. I don't know if it's going to work out.
I don't either. I mean, especially because we can't really cast this Faithless Looting. Like, they're going to play a Thalia next turn, and we, like, can't bolt it on our turn. It's awkward.
Yeah.
We're gonna be pretty clunky this game, which means we're going to lose to the, like, company, potentially.
Yeah, I think we want to fetch tapped.
Yeah,
at some point.
I think we want to fetch the tap land as well.
So, I actually would kind of agree with the statement of, like, Spirits is slower, maybe a little more disruptive, and humans is faster. The thing is, I actually think that might be why Shadow is better against Spirits than humans. Like, the disruption is not as big of an issue. I think it's just like the explosive and get to the board and go wide.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the fact Spirits is more clunky makes it to where Shadow easily get underneath Spirits. That's a pretty good draw. I would probably just play that, right? Like the Gurmag Angler, doubling all of it.
Being able to like stonewall this Thalia, like if we can keep the Thalia in play, it's actually kind of good for us because it just like delays how long they have till they get to company. We need them to miss a land drop here, I think.
Yeah, I think that's kind of why I wanted to leave them with the Thalia. I just didn't think it was like a big deal, but of course they hit land drop.
Of course. Play Selfless Spirit. Path to Exile? Jeez.
Gosh.
Draw and runners. All right, well, we know all three of their cards. Selfless Spirit, Supreme Phantom, Collected Company.
Yeah,
I mean, we have some live draws. Like, this Faithless Looting draws us into, like, shadows and stuff, like, which will be very good. If we can just put them under
the
an
issues, our
face.
hand's pretty good, though, right now. Like, we don't... Wow, that's good. Okay, well, we have to tap more.
Oh, we have to tap all of it. Look at that. Look at that. Perfect amount of mana. Thanks for the path. All right. Ironically, like, they'll be able to cast Company, but I think Liliana's just so powerful that, like, hopefully we can hold down the fort here.
Yeah, hopefully this is good enough. I mean, she can be worth a lot of cards with some of their hits. Unfortunately, Collected Company, they get some control over it. But if they miss a land drop or hit, like, you know, another, whatever that blue-green fast land is.
Yeah, botanicals like them. Looks like they're missing.
Yeah, but...
Missing is good. Terminate's fine.
I kind of want to just say plus go. I think this Faithless Looting is just, like, our hand's too good.
Yeah, I agree. And, like we can actually still defend the Liliana, like, around all this.
Yeah.
So, like, even if they do Company, like, we have enough removal spells to just start shooting stuff, as long as it's not double Drogspell Captain. What is this, like a spell color? Or Rattle Chains?
That's fine.
That's fine. We can let that hit.
I think
Liliana.
probably... Oh, yeah, that's fine. Okay, it's
no, hold on. They can flash all their spirits in, though. That's kind of bad, right? It's hexproof now. Awkward. Whatever.
I-
Let's just see,
I-
let's just see
let
what
it hit.
happens.
Just let it hit.
Yeah, I think we should let this connect as well. Like they're gonna hold up a spirit and try to like keep it alive. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, what spirit are they going to hold up that keeps it alive? Like it would literally.
when a spirit enters, you give something hexproof, right? Like it's just
I
whenever.
thought it was just when it enters.
Oh no, like yeah, it is whenever it enters. I'm just dumb. I thought this card did it for each spirit.
No,
dude,
it's.
look at me.
Yeah, no. You're going to ping it. They might flash in a Lord, then you kill the Lord, and then their guy dies.
Geist of Saint Traft.
That's pretty good.
It's not poor.
Okay. Well, we can still kill.
We get to kill Rattle
The
Chains.
rattle chains ideally
That's a
will
bull.
hit. I think we might actually need to fire off a looting to look for a threat because this guy's just gonna like just wreck us. I mean, we're gonna use the Liliana to do that no matter what. But
Are we?
okay, maybe
we are.
not. I mean, fire off the looting
Let's
first.
just get
I
the
mean,
most
there's-
information before we make any like moves.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I just want to discard Bauble.
Yeah, I think Bauble. I mean, maybe I'm a madman for wanting to discard the Fatal Push, and just like try to like snap push to deal with the guys that way.
Yeah.
Just like snap block, push the angel token,
I like that.
Unless-
I actually like that a lot. Let's do that.
and then kill the idiot with the thing.
What if they play Supreme Phantom? Like we know they have Supreme Phantom and Selfless Spirit in their hand.
Oh, you're right. Well, then we just push the we push the Supreme Phantom instead and take 4.
Drog Skull Captain? Well,
That's actually pretty unfortunate.
that's real unfortunate. I wonder if they're going to hit us. I feel like the Angels, like, this is probably coming at us. The Angels going at the thing. We might actually just snap push the Angel if this is coming at us. Yeah, so we get to snap push the Angel. And then we, like, still playing? I don't know. We're still snap pushing, right? Keep the Liliana alive?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
The
I like
issue
this.
is like now it's going to be tough to. Yeah, I still think we're snap pushing the Angel. Kill that. Then we can kill Drogue Skull.
Take our 3, go to 7.
The issue is we can't.
All our moves are red. That was something we probably should have thought about. Ooh!
Yeah.
That's really good. Because we get to shock discard. Although we're currently dead to a Lord. No, we just have to chump block. Alright.
Yeah, we have to chomp, unfortunately. But we can buy back Snapcaster with Liliana or the Kolaghan's command.
Well, I kind of want to use this to, like,
But
shock
we have
discard.
to use
Because, like, we know their hand still. It's Company, Supreme Phantom, Selfless Spirit, and I'm fine with them discarding any of those. Like, if we can answer 2 of those, we're in pretty good shape, right?
Yeah. I mean, I really want to buy back the Snapcaster. I kind of think it's Terminate main phase. I don't
What
know.
do you guys want to do? Drug Skull will cause real problems down the lane? Maybe. No kidding.
We're killing Drogue Skull.
Yeah, the question is
But
with what?
I think I want to turn. Getting recurring Snapcaster is so much mana though, so you might. Yeah, let's just call a gun's command, have them discard. It's so much mana to do it my way.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, even if they pump this, we get to chump block. Bring back Snapcaster. I don't know. It's awkward. Okay. All right, go. I think maybe bidding the push was potentially wrong just because we can't cast 2 removal spells in a turn now, which is really awkward. Like they're just gonna go Supreme Phantom. Sure. Yeah, you got it. Okay. It's got to be a good turn. They kind of have to decide what they want to do. They've drawn quite well despite missing lands. And like
You
they
know, I
still...
was just trying to talk while I was muted.
Oh,
I'm really dumb.
nice.
Whatever. Did they
Alright.
attack Liliana or us? Attacked
we're
us.
3.
So
think
we
should.
have to recur our Snapcaster Mage.
Yeah. We hit Anger of the Gods? God, if we had a red source.
Did we hit a Fatal Push or anything?
No.
So we have to bobble into a Fatal Push
Yeah.
for the Angel.
Yeah. Grim Lavamancer, you're on time, buddy.
So, oh, we might. No, I get. So we just died to that. Yeah, we had to. Maybe that turn we took was bad. I was trying to say while I was muted that like I don't know. Streaming is kind of tough, and I'm really just like focusing on a lot on the fact that my dog is like freaking out.
Oh, it's all good.
Right now.
I think we might be dead. Is there
No,
anything else? I'm trying to like sequence these cards in a way that makes sense, but I think we're just dead.
Yeah, well, I mean, we have block. We have one block and one kill, and that doesn't. We block. I mean, I guess we're actually not dead technically, but they're just gonna play the Lord, and then we will be dead. Like the line we can take.
Yeah,
is
it's terminate, flash and snap for no value block.
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we have to terminate the angel is the sad part
Yeah, I see that.
to actually live. The thing is, selfless. If they play either 2-drop in their hand, they can just blow this play up.
Yeah, the Selfless Spirit's obviously the better one.
I mean, it doesn't either one. It doesn't actually matter. Yeah.
All right.
Now they have to. I mean, we could hope they just don't see it or don't crack it or.
Nah, no sense going through the motions. We're streaming. All right. Wow.
Whatever.
Oof. That was rough. All right. So, what a dichotomy. I mean, we did very well with Judd and very poorly with Shadow. And Shadow is like, I feel like Shadow is the deck that people legitimately like. I don't know. They think is more legitimate. Like they think it's like the more real deck. So I don't know. I mean, I feel like we played a reasonable distribution of matchups. I mean, we played a lot of the decks that you'll see a lot in Modern, except for that one person with the Proclamation of Rebirth Zoo deck that apparently is just going to be the litmus test for both our decks. But Spirits, so tough. Yes, so good. But I don't know. Overall, like, Jund, honestly, just like half the time, this deck felt like what a lot of the bad Arclight decks were trying to do, right? So like a lot of the bad Arclight decks are trying to like use a bunch of these spells and like cobble together a very powerful thing. And it is very powerful, like Arclight, like with the, I don't know, Hollow One. Like Arclight with the Hollow One deck, I don't think that deck's very good. And I think a lot of what they're trying to cobble together is a lot of like what this is trying to do. They're trying to get big creatures into play really fast and with like these really explosive turns. But a lot of times it feels like these decks just need stuff to go right off of like there's nowhere near guaranteed. Like it feels like it's just like asking to get lucky more than even a lot of the other decks in the format. Now this is just a perception. I have nothing really like scientific-y to prove that. It's just like what the strategy feels like it's trying to accomplish versus like other decks. So like Shadow, like even though it's not that insanely powerful, a lot of its turns just on average felt better than the average turns here. But the ceiling on the Shadow turns felt much higher than the ceilings on the Jund turns, right? So it feels like, at least with like comparing it to the other league we played today with Jund, that Jund is just like committing to less powerful turns, but they're never really just like free winning people out of the game for the most part, unless they're just like Thoughtseizing a like fringe deck or whatever. You know, they're just like never really getting free wins. And where I'm going with this is the same problem I think this is the same kind of like dichotomy you see with humans. Humans is a lot of the same thing. Like humans and spirits are both kind of the same decks as like Jund. And these are like the decks that like were succeeding and like I think still succeed. Like I think humans are still very good in Modern, even though everyone's kind of moved to spirits. And that's honestly part of the problem with playing humans is that everyone's moved to spirits. But like all of these are like fair decks. Like humans and spirits, neither of them can really beat super busted turns in Modern. Like, you know, game ones against Dredge are always hard. And like, you know, these super busted Arclight turns are going to dumpster both decks. But like on average, they're just like average turn power level is better. And I think in Modern, where you don't have the cantrips that you have in Legacy, you have things like Thought Scour, Mishra's Bauble, like Faithless Looting is the most selective cantrip you have access to, and it's card disadvantage. Like you don't really have the cantrips to like get the consistency you need on really busted turns. And so a lot of the decks, even like Shadow, even though Shadow is kind of a fair deck, they're still trying to accomplish these same kind of things and these same kind of strategies that the decks like Arclight are trying to do with like fair-ish decks that like are trying to cobble together powerful graveyard stuff. And that's just kind of like a rant to go on to say, like, I don't think Arclight decks are very good for the same reason I don't think Shadow is very good, even though both decks can put up results. Because you can still get lucky, you can still... I mean, the average turns aren't horrific. Like, the deck's not just utterly unplayable. But I think if we're talking about the best decks in Modern, that, like, the Shadow and Arclights, I just don't think are. Like, I don't think they're ever really going to be until you have, like, super busted cantrips. Opponent concedes to turn 1 Inquisition. I don't know about that one.
Yeah, so, I mean, the issue, I think, with Jund, though, like, I mean, some of this, I don't know, I did say something about just, well, joking about the free wins there with the Inquisition, but, like, Jund, it just seems like every single time I play Jund, I'm playing every single match is close. It's a hard deck to spike a tournament with. I mean, you don't get free wins, and, like, honestly, going to these opens, these 15-round events, you have to get lucky. You have to run hot to win, and you're gonna have to get some free wins. You can't always, I mean, occasionally you might be able to run through every single 15 rounds, play really, really well, and have variance go on your side and get in the top 8 with something like Jund. But it seems like it's a lot of work when you could play a deck that gets free wins and is gonna have some free losses, but, like, I think that's just something you're gonna have to bite if you want to, like, win opens or top 8 opens or those kind of things. Maybe that's a conclusion I'm wondering if I should be coming to, because I played the last season. I mean, I did really well, but I never did well enough, kind of thing. And I played a lot of Jund, so
yeah, I don't know, to be honest with you. I mean, getting lucky, you have to get lucky to win any tournament, right? Like, no matter what, you're just going to have to get lucky to win tournaments. But I think that some decks, like, the question is, how do you want to get lucky, right? I think that's really what you come down to, because no matter what, you have to get lucky. So we're already at that established base. Now, here, how do you want to get lucky? Do you want to get lucky in that your opponents don't get lucky? Do you want to get lucky that your opponent's draws kind of, like, are medium to fall apart, to, like, discard spells and stuff like that? Or do you yourself want to be the one trying to get lucky and, like, have these super busted turns? I don't know what's better on average. I think playing decks, I think that's why you see professional players, especially, like, on the Pro Tour and stuff like that, play control decks a lot and stuff like that, these fair decks, because when you play to have your opponent be unlucky, part of the factor on that is that your opponents now have the leverage to play bad. Like, when you are just trying to NASCAR and out-linear people, like, yeah, you do have the intrinsic advantage that threats are always better than answers. Like, you'd always rather be asking the questions. Like, that is, like, an inherent, like, thing. And if everybody was on equal power level, I think that would be true. But, like, if you're sitting down and you're like, okay, well, I know I have to get really lucky to win a tournament, but if I'm the one trying to get lucky, like, that opens itself up to, like, my mistakes a lot more than my opponent's mistakes. Whereas if I'm hoping my opponent's just turns are on average a little weaker, and I'm going to play something like Humans, I'm going to play something like Jund, I'm going to play something like Jeskai Control, like, with some of these decks that, like, can really capitalize on your opponent stumbling a little bit and can just get under you, or, like, you know, they're just, like, very good against not super busted draws. You also provide your opponent with the leverage to mess up. And when you provide your opponent with the leverage to mess up, a lot of times people will mess up. And I think that is, like, kind of where... I think that is, like, the one thing that fair decks really have going for them. I mean, we talked about it when we were talking with Jund. A lot of times people just laugh at people trying to interact in Modern. And it's fair, because most of the time it looks really embarrassing. Like I said, when you look at your fatal pushes, when you're getting card liberated, you feel really dumb. But, like, there is something that fair decks have going for them, and they keep putting up results for a reason, and they keep putting up results in the hands of good players for a reason. And that reason is, like, you know, people mess up a lot when playing against good players. People, you know, the good players are sitting down and they're like, well, I think people, you know, I don't know if they subconsciously think this or if they consciously think this, but they're like, people are going to be intimidated. Like, the Brad Nelsons, the Seth Manfields, when you sit down playing these people, like, most players are going to be pretty intimidated. I mean, I'd be intimidated. And, you know, it's just like, well, you know, this player's insane. They're just going to play better than me at probably every point, and I just need to get really lucky. And, like, but other players are going to sit down and just be like, oh gosh, I'm playing against this pro, you know, whatever. And, like, they're going to be much more likely to mess up. And that means that, like, playing a fair deck has a little bit more equity. And so I think that's, I don't know, that's just kind of my conclusion. That's my little, like, spiel. And I think that's actually, I'm really glad that, like, things kind of played out the way they did in today's leagues, because that's a point that I don't think I've really had good grounds and a good platform to articulate in the past. And I'm glad I was able to get this on video.
Yeah.
All right. Any closing thoughts on Shadow Kid? What you got?
Um, I don't know. I mean, my last couple leagues have been a little disappointing with like a lot of 3-2s, which is, I mean, kind of normal.
Bread and butter.
Yeah, 3-2s are just normal. I mean, that's how you make your money. Judd's been okay as well. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see over the coming weeks how things go. Zach, I'm pretty sure is locked into Grixis as Shadow no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see Matt coming off Jun, so likely going to be 2-1 either Juns or Shadows on top. But right now, Shadow's been disappointing. This league today was disappointing. It just kind of reminded me of all the issues I've been having with the deck every time I've tried to like really get into it. So pretty likely that I'm on Jun come January. I mean,
so you're pretty likely to play it in Columbus, huh?
Yeah, like, I mean, the alternative is, I could try some other kind of deck, but right now, like, when I'm looking at decks, it's like the popular decks are, it's like Dredge, which, I mean, I care about winning, I guess, is what I say. Like,
Right.
winning, I know on
You care about spiking.
Yeah, I care about winning. I care about my record. I know there are a lot of people on Jund City that play Jund, and they're just going to play Jund no matter what. And, like, some people have looked at me as kind of that person. But, like, I played Hollow One for all of the first season this year.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was the best deck. And I've switched. And I think, like...
Yes, TK will be in Dallas in February.
Yeah. I think, like, Dredge, for example, is a deck that it's very powerful, very good. But, like, I don't like losing to... Like, you can be really good, and you're just going to lose to somebody if they have a bunch of, like, if they have a ton of ley lines, if they have Rest in Peace, you lose to your deck even more sometimes than I feel like Jund does. Like, that's how and then Tron is, you have more exasperated matchups kind of thing, so you might just lose to your pairings more. Like, I feel like Jund, you feel more in control of your destiny, or I felt more in control with my destiny with Jund than many of the decks I've played.
Which is honestly depressing given how many cantrips are played in both Hollow One and Shadow, right? Like, if cantrips are like, the cards that are commonly seen as like, you control your destiny with these cards, like, having like the decks that like don't play as many cantrips be more in control of their destiny, I think is like pretty telling to the power level of cantrips in Modern.
Yeah, the cantrips are bad, and like so many of your hands are based off just keeping these random cantrips, and it's like I don't know. I mean, they just lead to whatever. So like so many of your hands you're just having to keep no matter what, or having a mulligan no matter what. But it's like if I knew this Thought Scour was a shadow, like this hand's a dunk. If I knew it was a land, it's terrible. So
it could be anything.
Yeah. So you, no matter how good you are, you don't really know what you're working with sometimes when you mulligan. It's like Jund. I feel really comfortable with mulliganing the deck, with sideboarding deck, with everything. There aren't many hard matchups. I mean, like, Scape Shift might be, or like Titan Shift might be one of your worst. Maybe like Living End. I don't know. I play Leyline. We played Leyline.
You're playing Abrade now, so maybe not anymore.
Yeah, so that matchup might not even be that bad. I mean, Marduk's gonna be bad, but I beat Marshall Arthur's on camera once, so
got him, dab.
Dab, right? But yeah, it was I don't know. Jund was looking good today. Shadow not so much. We'll see. I'll probably play some more leagues with Shadow.
Okay.
Yeah, the most room to grow with that deck, but.
All right, well, there you have it. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you very much for watching content. If you didn't check out the Jund League we played today, it should be in the Modern playlist, or it would be titled with the same date as today, so you should be able to find that pretty easily. I recommend checking that out. Michael's got a lot to say on Jund as well. If you like the content, feel free to subscribe. Actually, please subscribe. It's the easiest way to support me, to let you know when I post more videos. Also, if you're here, on Twitch, please, if you have not followed me at this point in time, and you like my content, like what I'm here producing, like me, just want to hang out with me, jam that follow button to let you know when I go live. I do stream every Wednesday, starting at 6 p.m. usually, and this is a Saturday stream. This is a 1 or 2 off. I think I'm going to stream next Saturday as well. Just kind of like during the break, there's no tournaments, there's nothing to really prepare for. I don't really have much going on, so I wanted to stream a little bit more, kind of hang out with you guys, get a chance to interact more, produce a little bit more content. So thank you all. Thank you for being here. Big shout out to Ginger. I think that covers it. So thanks.